Hello, everybody! Welcome to the S&M show, broadcasting live, sort of. I'm waiting for Will to put us in. We're live. We're here.
We're live-ish.
We're live.
Live-ish.
Live from the home of the comic book men, Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash. My name is Ming Chen.
My name is Samantha Quintus.
I had no witty song lyric for you today.
Yeah.
I had other things to worry about.
Like the technical difficulties for 30 minutes.
Yeah, we'll get in. This is still being recorded.
It's
so,
true.
You know, there's
it's not completely pointless.
No. That people download it later, listen to it on their way to work. We reduce stress.
Yes.
Morning commutes.
Yeah, morning commute is a good time to be angry and listening to awesomeness.
Yeah, which is what we are. I came up with a new kind of tagline. I think you dug it.
I did. I think I tweeted it this morning.
Yeah, my tagline, which I put on Twitter and Instagram, was your weekly session of verbal domination.
Yes.
The S&M show.
Yeah, somebody actually, I wanted to favorite the tweet. I probably did. Somebody said something. Let me find it.
Okay, good. Something good.
Somebody said something.
Yeah, when I meant verbal domination, that works twofold. One, the whole S&M angle.
Well, obviously.
And then verbal domination, we are
world domination.
Like we dominate podcasts.
We do.
Dominate podcasts. We dominate podcasting.
Oh yeah, Tyson
Ernst.
Yeah,
one of our biggest fans.
He said best starts my week is a smooth 2-hour session of oral S&M.
Yes.
And
oral S&M.
I like that. I like
sexy.
That.
I love it. I love it.
I read that this morning and I laughed.
Right on.
Pretty hard.
So we are live. You can tweet us. You can tweet me at MingChen37, MingChen.
Because
37.
Asian Ming loves spelling shit out.
Just in case.
I'm at the Zen Librarian and I don't spell it because I'm too lazy to.
If you can't spell that, you don't deserve.
Don't spell it like Liberrian.
Yeah,
that won't be okay. You won't find me.
What do this spell?
Yeah, you won't find me if you do that.
Yeah, I also set up a Twitter account for the show.
You set up a few accounts this week.
I don't know if we'll ever use that.
Yeah, no, why would
But
we?
at Salmon Ming Show.
We wanted to grab it before one of Brian Johnson's followers grabbed it and started making fun of us with it.
Yeah.
So we wanted to do that before one of you ants turned it into some blasphemy against our names.
Yeah, you can add that. And then we set up a website. We got a bona
fide
fide
websites.
website.
What else did we set up?
website, salmonmingshow.com.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
Like official.
which
real,
we're not using.
real. Yeah, we are. We're using it.
Oh, are we? Oh yeah, we are.
Hooked up to the Tumblr account, which will kind of add a visual enhancement to this audio podcast.
Which apparently we already have a visual enhancement going.
We do.
The awkwardness right here.
It's not awkward. I mean, you have a camera pointing at your face. Is that awkward? It's a small camera.
I'm also in a frame tonight.
Whoa. Look at that. Do surprised. No, do sad. No, do orgasmic. I'm just This is gonna be fun.
That is so not the O face.
This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun.
It's gonna be so inappropriate all the time.
Mildly inappropriate.
Yes.
Mildly inappropriate.
Mildly. It's gonna get wildly inappropriate with cameras now.
It is. It's mildly inappropriate. This could be good.
Don't do that while I'm drinking.
Don't do
that
dude, if you do a spit take, that'd be even better.
It'll get all over the camera though.
It's all right. Do I have to put protective glass in front of it?
Yeah, like bulletproof glass.
Bulletproof glass?
Yeah, in case somebody listening throws a shoe at me.
A shoe? Who throws a shoe? Ow, that's really hard.
That's a
Austin Powers.
Chelsea Clinton. She was giving a speech 2 weeks ago, and somebody threw a shoe or something at her.
Somebody threw a shoe at her? Was she in Iraq?
I have no idea where she was. I can't imagine what Chelsea Clinton's giving a speech about. That's the first thing.
In Iraq? Because throwing a shoe is a huge insult in the Middle East.
Somebody threw a shoe at her, I guess.
Oh, it just reminds me of Austin Powers. That really hurt.
Yeah. But
a shoe?
Somebody threw a shoe at her.
Yeah. So happy Easter. Yesterday was Easter.
Yesterday was Easter.
Did you celebrate with family?
I did. We went up to my my aunt and uncle's place, their new place, which it's funny too because they used to live in Cedar Knolls, which is kind of like mini mansions.
Cedar Knolls sounds ritzy.
Yeah, it does.
That's the hills.
Yeah. And they moved because they wanted to downsize a little bit because they're old and they don't really need stairs. what's funny is they moved into like a condo that they're renting for 2 years, and this place is more walk-in closets than I've ever seen in a place. Like, it's 3 floors. They still got stairs. It's like a 2-car garage, huge amount of space. And every room has like a huge walk-in closet. I'm like walking around this place. I'm like, this is downsizing to you people? Like, I wish I had money.
Walk-in closet is my dream. You know,
You don't have one? You're like a celebrity.
Yeah. That's the problem. Everyone's like, "Wow, you're on TV. You must be rolling in it." No,
no, not yet.
Not yet. Let's see, we're in season 4, season 8, maybe.
Season 8, maybe.
Season 8, maybe.
Fair enough.
God willing, we make it that far.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I want the walk-in closet. I got a lot of $300 pairs of jeans. That's where all my TV money went, by the way. And yeah, a lot of Lululemon.
A lot of Lululemon. Yeah, a lot of probably Lululemon. Not as much Lululemon as me.
Probably not, but you have more of a selection. You also,
I also work there, so
there's a pretty good discount that goes along with that.
Yes, there is. They treat their employees very nicely. But yeah, no, I was going through my room the other day because I was kind of taking things from my house to where I stay, and like literally I was just cleaning stuff out, and like I just have so much Lululemon. And it was funny because I remember when I worked at the store down here, people would say like, "Oh, I'm getting rid of some of my Lululemon. I have so much." And I was thinking like in my head, like I would never get rid of something I pay that much money for. But like I'm like going through all this shit, and I'm like, Christ, God, I should give some of this stuff away.
I can't do it either. Even if I got,
never.
Even if I ballooned up to like 400 pounds, that's still I get back there.
Oh yeah,
I'll get back there
completely. Like I'll just lose the weight so I could use the clothes.
Right.
It's like a complete waste of money.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Any drama? Any family drama? Or you could,
I think actually we didn't have any family drama this year. It was just kind of real low key. The big thing this year was my aunt was very big into Easter, and she died. This past year. So this was like the first Easter without her. So we didn't go to like the place where she used to do Easter, where we all as a family used to do Easter with her. We didn't go there. So I was kind of like disappointed in that, but
carried on, as your tattoo says.
I mean the thing
Yes.
the thing I'm already taking my clothes off. First day on camera, I'm taking my clothes off.
Put a camera in front of you, just take your clothes off.
It's true. The funny thing about the place that we used to go is in Scotch Plains. It was kind of like you had to dress up, like Easter dresses, slacks and polo shirts or button downs for guys. But there was a very large African American population.
Okay.
And like they dressed to the fucking nines.
Oh, I love it with
on
the hats
Easter.
and the bow ties.
Like huge. Like I mean, we're talking like men in like baby blue tuxedos.
Yeah, and it's spring,
going
so
out.
Like, cool seersucker suits.
Yeah, like exactly.
Awesome.
Like badass looking people. And like, the women, they all come out with their big derby hats. And
I love it.
Yeah, so, Easter this year was just my family and like, regular clothes.
Yeah.
So it was kind of disappointing.
Oh, I was like, who are those slobs over there?
Yeah, exactly. It was kind of disappointing.
That's those crazy quintuses again. Oh boy,
it's true.
There goes the neighbor. There goes Cedar.
There goes the neighborhood. Exactly.
Cedar Knoll.
So you were supposed to go to Ohio.
I was,
but you didn't.
I didn't go. My wife got sick. Mm-hmm. Trip got called off. And
so what did you do instead?
I hung out with my family. Which people don't think I do.
But
I did. I hung out with my family. I made dinner.
You made dinner.
Did you go to church? Are you mad?
I did not go to church.
Okay, that's cool.
You're
not even twice a year.
No, I'm not even gonna be like that fake. Actually, like Christmas, sometimes I'll think about going to because, like, I don't know, it's such like a good warm feeling, and like I just kind of like Christmas time, and I just kind of want to like people that I wouldn't usually like Catholics.
That one day to forgive.
Yeah, exactly. So you go to church, you confess all your sins, and you get like cleared, and then you go out into the parking lot and cut people off, and you're like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. After church, like it's
exactly. No, I didn't go to church.
Oh, okay.
It was the first year I didn't have to lie about going to church either. Usually, like, my aunt goes, "Did you go to mass this morning?" And we're all like,
"Uh-huh."
Yeah, it was the first year that, like, no one said, like, "Hey, did you go to church?" There was just, we all slept late.
Yeah. I mean, technically, Easter is even more holier than Christmas.
More holier?
Yes, holier than Christmas.
So did you go to church?
I did go to church.
Do you, like, usually go to church?
Yeah, I used to go every week. And then we had the kids, and they would get sick, and we kind of curbed off, and then now I've been trying to go every week.
Okay.
I've been making it like once a month, maybe once every 2 weeks now.
When I was a kid, I had the hots for my priest in a serious way.
Really?
And it kind of translated into like my adult life because I find priests very sexy.
Okay.
I just felt like adding that.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. The unattainable.
Yes.
I suppose.
I mean, like, my priest growing up was, like, very, like, sexy. He had, like, a sexy goatee, and he was just very clean-shaven look. And the priest, when I became an adult, he was very smart. Like, he could talk about a lot of things.
Yeah.
So his knowledge kind of turned me on a little bit. But, yeah, no, I have this weird thing for priests.
I've seen some good-looking priests. I went to a church. The priest was a big, bald-headed dude, huge. And I would see him at the gym, like working out in gym clothes. So that was a little jarring. He was a huge Oakland Raiders fan. He would work that into the masses.
Oakland Raiders.
It'd be like, God bless you all. Have a great week, and God bless the Oakland Raiders today on this fine Sunday. And I'm like, are you allowed to do that? Like,
probably.
You're allowed to bless a team owned by Al Davis and is one of the like dirtiest teams in any sports franchise. And I was like, I guess so. But yeah, I did go to church yesterday. You get there early. That's the one day where it's crowded and the church is packed.
Yeah, there's like it's the what do they call them, like it's like Palm Sunday.
Palm Sundays is the week before. Yes.
Advent is that it?
There's like
an A. Ash Wednesday. Ash
Wednesday. Yes. Made from the ashes of the palms that they burn.
And then Easter and Christmas.
There's an Advent season, Christmas, Easter, and So something happened yesterday. I'm going up to receive the Eucharist, where you get the bread and wine, and it's like the most reverent part of the service. Like Catholics believe like you're actually eating the body and blood of Christ.
Yeah,
so,
that's like weird, like cannibalism, but whatever. Let's not even get into that.
It's a sacrifice. So you line up and you're waiting to receive, and you're supposed to be it's the holiest part of church.
Yeah,
like, the holiest part of church. So you reverent and reflect, and so I'm walking, and you walk by the choir. While you're receiving, walking by the choir that they had that day, and I look over to my left where the choir is, and there's this chick there wearing the lowest cut sweater.
Ming, you're in church.
I know.
Ming,
exactly.
You are in
it's
church.
Not my fault. I swear it's not my fault. I swear to God.
Okay.
It's not my fault.
Okay.
It's not my fault.
What size are we talking?
Like they had to be at least D's.
Are you serious,
Yes.
Ming? You are in church and you're thinking of breasts.
I'm not thinking of it. I glanced over because I couldn't. I was looking at all the people. It wasn't. I'm sorry. It wasn't me. It's not my fault.
Pray for Debbie. Hashtag pray for Debbie.
It's not my fault. I'm just saying.
Pray for Debbie.
Like, there's a way to church on Easter to dress on Easter Sunday, correct?
I don't got much going on in the boob department, so I never had to worry about that.
Right, but if you do, you should probably,
That's great.
You should, yeah. If you do, you should probably cover it up a little bit, right?
I
swear
agree.
to God.
I agree.
I swear to God.
You should.
I swear it was noticeable. Now, it takes a lot to shock me. I've seen it all.
Yes.
I've been to a lot of places. As PD said, been around the world.
Yes.
And P. Diddy May said, but it was noticeable. And it wasn't just
Did
me.
you do like one of those like I'm so glad I have a camera in front of me so people could actually see? Did you do one of those like side take like?
No, I did not. I was just kind of
like that's my body of Christ.
It is, I'm just I go up, I'm very reverent, and I'm just like, hey, it's like like whoa, like I did. It was jarring. It was jarring, and then after that one couple of seconds, I just I went back. I went back into the zone, if you will.
Yes.
But I'm just saying, very jarring
back
on
into
Easter
the
Sunday.
Zone.
Back into the zone.
Now was your wife there, or was she sick at home?
But you know what? Maybe I don't know if she saw me. She was right behind me.
Oh, okay. So pray for Debbie, everyone.
Yeah. So it was like the lineup was like this. My son was in front of me. It was me, my daughter, and then my wife. So maybe she saw it and didn't say anything. She tends not to notice things like that. Whereas I do.
She tends not to notice you staring at women's breasts.
I wasn't staring. It was a glance.
Okay.
It was a glance.
Like, to be fair, like as a woman,
yes.
Like I mean, I've been with like guys where like a girl with like big boobs and a low cut shirt walks by, and like obviously you're gonna look.
Sure.
I mean, that's not as insulting as if you're walking with your boyfriends and like a girl with like an obviously nice ass is walking by you, and like they literally do the turn. Like that's insulting a little bit because you have to physically turn and look at it. But like if your eyes happen to glance at this woman with huge breasts, I mean, like shit, I'm probably thinking it too.
I did have to turn my head, but not like a 360.
At least you didn't take any pictures.
No, I mean,
like, you didn't look at the camera and go snap,
I wish
snap,
I could
snap.
add some kind of visual to show you so you could agree with me. I know you're looking at me you're like, you freaking scumbag.
Like, you could,
I
was just walking.
Yeah.
I saw.
But they weren't uncovered, but they might as well have been.
I saw this very happy woman.
She was
singing.
in the choir. She was singing. So,
singing.
Yes. Yes.
For some reason, she's bald.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It was almost like that. Yes. Yes, Samantha. That's exactly.
I'm really gonna have fun with this camera.
I know. So happy Easter, everybody.
I'm excited.
Happy Easter.
Now I can't read my outline.
That's all right. That's all right.
Yes, happy Easter.
Yes.
You said there. That's two.
Yes.
2 distractions, 1 and 2. Got
exactly.
it.
Get it?
Got
Get
it.
it?
I do. I didn't.
These are
I wonder what they were named.
bullet points.
I mean, everybody pretty much names their breasts. I wonder what hers were named.
Do they?
Mm-hmm.
What
are mine?
Yeah.
Julie the cat.
Okay.
And Gunnar Stall.
Okay. The origins. Is there an origin story behind that?
Mighty Ducks 2.
Oh!
Julie the cat, Gaffney, and Gunnar Stall. I mean,
I
named my breasts after.
That. That's awesome. That's pretty cool.
It looks like people are tweeting us that they're waiting for us.
I know, Will, man. I don't know what's going on. We didn't. We're supposed to jump in automatically, so we'll record this.
Yeah,
twice.
We'll record it
twice, as a matter of fact. So
yes.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So beer.
That's
next on. This is what. Whenever I'm talking about these cute little outlines, this is the cute little outline that without the breasts. Ming types up these adorable little outlines for us that we never follow.
My safety nets, the patented Ming Chen bullet points.
I love it.
It's been a very big beer week.
It has been a beer week.
Very big beer week.
I had some cider again last night.
Woodchuck chocolate cider.
Woodchuck chocolate cider,
which I can't find here. So.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna get it for you. I was actually there's 4 bottles of it now.
Okay.
And I was gonna bring one, but then I was like, well, shit, I only have 4 bottles.
That's all right.
So I'm gonna make a special run back to Princeton eventually.
You don't have to do that, but I appreciate the thought.
Oh no, I'll just get more for myself.
You.
I mean, it was like literally we had to ask them to go down in the basement to get more because there was only 1 bottle out, and I was like, if I just drove all the way to Princeton for 1 bottle of chocolate cider.
Yeah, it's like freaking hour from here.
Yeah, there's going to be like some head crushing skulls.
Oh, it's going to be hell to pay.
Exactly.
It's like, oh no! I think Tom, do we got another
one?
Well,
so they brought up like this box with like 10 bottles. I was like, I am not that much of an alcoholic, so I'm only going to get 4.
All right. I appreciate the thought.
So beer.
Yeah. So Tuesday, I'm at the post office. Get a tweet from Mike. It's like, yo, you got a package. So I rush back. It's a big.
It's a package that we were expecting.
Yeah. Just not this quick. I pop it open and there's a full 24 bottles of beer from the Duclaw Brewing Company.
Which we have been pimping Duclaw for like the past 3 weeks.
We love you, Duclaw.
Yeah, we can't say enough good shit about them.
Love you guys.
Yeah, like literally
Freaking
every
love
other
you guys.
brewery needs to take a like page out of their book. They're sending us beer, and we are just talking about them constantly. Yeah. So I hate to be the glutton asking for free beer, but shit, we're totally giving Duclaw about the easiest publicity ever.
Oh God, yes, we're such whores.
So so they sent us.
They sent us 24 bottles of Neon Gypsy India Pale Ale.
Yes.
Their newest release.
Which isn't even out yet.
It's not even out yet. It's not even out for 3 days. Yeah. 2 days. 2
days.
Like,
I have friends who drink Duclaw and they drink Sweet Baby Jesus, and they went on a trip to Circus Liquors where we buy our beer to get Bare Ass Blonde. Yeah. And, I'm talking about Neon Gypsy, and they're like, well, where can I get it? I'm like, you got to wait for it.
You can't.
Celeb status.
You can't. So thank you so much, Duclaw Brewing Company.
And it's delicious.
It's amazing.
Like literally, I'm not a huge IPA fan, and
I am.
I mean, I say I'm not, but I drink them all the time. Yeah. So, but this, I loved it. It was citrusy.
Yes,
we could read if you want to read
the official description
where the boobs aren't.
Samantha is Neon Gypsy India Pale Ale is a medium-bodied, clear golden, and has a strong 6.5% alcohol by volume. A vagabond blend of 7 different hops infuses it with a grapefruit and citrus flavors, accented by notes of pine that continue to roam your palate long after its crisp, clean finish.
I love things that continue to roam my palate for a long time.
Yeah. Now, I like IPAs. I acquired a taste from about 2 years ago. I started drinking like the IPAs at Kane, and every major micro.
I like a nice double IPA as well.
Yeah, Carton does a great double IPA. A
a lot of people do a nice double IPA.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like them. Have kind of like a bitter aftertaste if not done right, or the part of the bitterness is part of the flavor profile. So it's an acquired taste. But
this one, this one, I liked it instantly from opening it. Yeah. I just liked it.
Yeah, and if we talk about fresh, like it's probably bottled like
that
yesterday.
day.
Freaking rush shipped it to us.
It was funny too because they turned the box inside out when they shipped it. So they took the box, turned it inside out so that
taped it back up
so that nothing on the box said that it was beer, said that it was any kind of thing that they shouldn't be sending.
I appreciate that.
And then they individually bubble wrapped every bottle.
Each bottle, they bubble wrapped each bottle and freaking.
So Duclaw spent an awful lot of time sending us 24 bottles of beer. So thank you. We love you. We're coming to visit.
Yes. Oh, definitely.
I think we actually planned it out to go when there's a
run.
Well, a run and a Orioles Cardinals game.
Oh yes,
because Ming is a Orioles fan and I am a Cardinals fan.
Yes, you are.
So yeah, we're planning on coming and we're gonna stop by and drink more beer.
Yeah.
We're just gonna drink a lot of beer.
Yeah. I also from Duclaw, they released something new today. I tried to buy you one. Sweet Baby Jesus pint glasses.
I know, I saw it. They tweeted about it.
I went to duclaw.com, their website. I put the pint glasses in my cart, and I tried to check out, and it said shipping. Local pickup Bel Air, Maryland. Local pickup Baltimore, Maryland. Local
so
pickup.
They couldn't ship it?
It's a local pickup only. So I'm going to talk to them. I'll buy them.
We're going to talk to them.
I'll totally buy them. I just want them. If they got to be shipped or whatever. I just want them. So thank you, Duclaw. Now, our friends at the Great South Bay Brewing Company are like, what the hell, man? I thought you loved us. We got enough room for everybody.
We love
such whores.
We love everyone.
We're huge. We're hoes. I'm sorry.
For beer,
we're still coming up there.
Well, it's funny too because when we're in the liquor store and we're trying to decide what beer we're going to drink on the show. Obviously, we've been pimping Duclaw for like 3 weeks.
Yes.
So we were trying to find something different last week, and it was funny too because I was looking at the breweries and I'm like, which one would appreciate my business the most? It wasn't even like I was looking at it like for a flavor profile. I was like
loyalty.
Yeah, like who do I think is going to be like real fun to kind of talk with and kind of bounce off of each other.
Yeah,
and
all right, well, Ass Kisser sounds good.
Yeah, like Duclaw was great though. I mean, they really, we said that we were talking about them. They automatically listened. That was great.
They offered it up. I mean, we didn't.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to. Clearly, we're having some technical difficulties with our live feed tonight, but we'll pimp them out again and get them to listen.
Podcasted.
Yes.
But before that, I'll be cracking this open in a bit. But we're drinking
right now
in remembrance of the victims of the Boston Marathon bombing, in honor of Marathon Day today.
The marathon was today. We are drinking some Boston Lager.
Samuel Adams Boston Lager, the original, the best.
Yes,
the OG.
Which is funny because I think we started talking about it. I was like, I'm not really a fan of Boston Lager, and I'm drinking it. And I'm like, that's not quite as bad as I remember it being.
How can it be bad? They've won like 1 million awards.
I know.
I have the whole industry. It changed.
I have the Chicago Award, which anybody who knows me knows that I absolutely hate Chicago.
And I have the Los Angeles Gold Award from 2005.
Which everyone who knows Ming knows that he loves Los Angeles.
So it worked out.
It does.
It worked out. So Jim Cook, big ups to you. Thank you very much. Big ups to you, Jim Cook. All right.
I'm a big fan of Sam Adams Cherry Wheat, actually.
Yeah, and you mix it with Guinness.
I do. I mix it with Guinness a lot. I can drink it without Guinness. Sure. I mix it a lot. I know. I was taking pictures for Andrew Sampson of some cherry beers because
you really gave him a rundown.
I gave him I walked into my liquor store by my house, and I mean they have so much beer. I was just like everything I saw said cherry on it.
All right.
I was like, shit, I'm just going to snap pictures and pick stitch it together. And it gave us some ideas for things that we're going to try in the future.
I like that. You're like, brother wants cherry beer?
I like the cherry blossom one. I've seen that in the store, actually.
Who makes that?
I don't know. Their tagline is Live the Dream.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah, they have a few good-looking ones, so maybe we should...
And then there's a cherry mead from some company up in Michigan called Zombie Killer, which I've been dying to try for a while. I saw it on tap somewhere, but they were out that day.
Yeah.
And I never seen it since. But
I found it. So we're gonna get maybe next week we'll do a
Cherry Day.
Cherry Day.
Cherry Day.
Like pop our Cherry Day.
Pop our Cherry Day.
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right, I like
Pop
it.
our cherry day. I'm gonna hang up. Hold up. Boobs
Yeah,
for that.
there's your cherry.
Pop our cherry.
Did you have a beer incident at your place of residence this week, or?
Yes. Well,
is there a controversial?
We talk about Alex quite a bit, and his roommate apparently has started working at a beer distributor.
Oh.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely, which is completely awesome.
Wait, well, hold on. Is it like, I get all the Corona Light I can drink?
Well, apparently what they do is like, if, I guess, when you're stacking things, sometimes bottles break. So if you break like one of the bottles in like a case or in a 6-pack, you can't sell it. So they put it in a special room, and like on weekends, I guess you could like request to take something.
Right.
So I guess this past week they were getting rid of all their winter lagers because they can't sell them anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm over there, and there's like 4 or 5 cases of Brooklyn winter lager. Now, okay, I'm not trying to judge because clearly I run a podcast where we just talk about alcohol all the time.
Sure.
But like, you start a new job, just because you can doesn't mean you do. Like, if somebody starts a job, like, I'm working at this job and somebody starts and they instantly take home 5 cases. We're not talking 6-packs. We're talking cases of beer.
Wait, 5
like,
times 20, 120?
Yeah. Like, what do you think? Like, I'm not even kidding. You can't open any of the fridges in this place. There's a mini fridge and a regular fridge. You can't open any of the fridges in this place without bottles literally falling out.
Yeah, but it's free beer.
Free beer, but just because you can, I don't know.
Correct me. Brooklyn Brewing Company?
Brooklyn Brewing Company.
That's decent.
It's decent. No, it's good. It's good beer that you could bring home. But
Yes.
like, when you're bringing home 5 cases, I don't know. That to me is like red flags. Like, second week of work and you're bringing home 5 cases of beer.
I'll give it to him. Like, if I just start a job at, say,
I mean, like, I opened the fridge the other day to get something that I put in there, and like bottles fell out. And I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah, like, I get a job with Gap, and like the first week they're like, hey man, we got like 20 pairs of jeans here, like we can't sell these.
Jeans is a little different.
I'm like, I'll take them. Like, they won't even fit me. They're women's jeans. Like, I was like, I don't care. It's free. It's free.
They're women's jeans.
That's the mentality.
This is how Ming's gonna rope women into his car. I have Gap jeans.
I got like smooth like Gap denim in here, like that 1969. You like that?
I got like khaki.
Yeah, I got khakis. Yeah. Do you work in a casual environment? I got khakis for you.
Do you have casual Fridays? Because you can get casual with my khakis.
Yeah, skinny. You like skinny jeans? I got some.
So weird.
I
don't know. That to me, like 5 cases is a bit of overkill.
I don't understand though. If he was like 15 years in and he's still bringing home 5 cases, then there might be
I feel like at that point it's going to be a lot more than 5 cases.
Yeah. I'm just saying beer is beer, but even better than beer, free beer.
I mean, I guess. I'm not going to ever turn down free beer, but, and it was just funny, too, because I was looking for a place to put on my Neon Gypsy. And
oh, man. See,
there was
that's a crime.
Absolutely,
That's a crime. Yeah. I agree with you.
Yes.
I agree with you.
Yes.
All right. Well, good luck getting through all that beer. No. I mean, are you welcome to? It's like, no, don't touch it, my beer.
No, I am. I was offered
a beer. You can have one.
Well, no, I was offered. He's like, oh, well, we got so much of it, and I was like, it's like not winter. Like now, I'm kind of trying to drink more summer ales,
shandies.
Yeah, like stuff like that, and
summer ales.
Yeah, and so I'm kind of trying to get away from the darker beers, and now there's like 5 cases of it sitting around.
All right. Well, I understand.
We could do drinking.
Yeah, you just drinking with the frame. Samantha's playing around with the picture frame here, which
I just wonder, why is this here?
I don't know. Like, I do not know why we have an empty picture frame. I really don't know. But it looks.
Can we like get built into the table?
I mean, if you want, if this makes your experience even better.
Well, just it's funny looking.
Yeah, absolutely. So would you, I know this is a comedy podcast and we joke around. Would you mind if I get serious for a second?
We
actually have a couple of serious topics to bring up here.
I think we're skipping a really funny one though. Do you want to do that one after?
No, I'm actually. I'm sorry. Yeah. No, I don't want to skip this one.
This is a really good one, and this
actually. Let's
not
get serious.
Yeah, let's not get serious. Yeah, this actually
yet.
has to do with the immense amount of beer that I was feeding Ming last week. We had, obviously, if you saw our tower of beer, we had the Curious Traveler Lemon Shandy.
Yes.
We had Ass Kisser Strawberry Vite.
Vite, yes.
Vite. And which were those were kind of like, real kind of lower alcohol level.
Girly, you can say it.
And then we had Le Fin du Monde, which is like a 9% alcohol level.
It's like a hammer.
Yeah. So like Ming is kind of a lightweight,
Yeah.
used to drinking his little fruity drinks, and I hand him a Le Fin du Monde.
Yeah.
And
I downed it.
Yeah,
it
he
great.
downed it.
It's fantastic.
Like a fucking champ, he downed it.
Thank you very much.
So I get home. I'm sitting there. I get a text message from Ming.
This is an hour after we finish the podcast.
An hour. So I'm figuring this is like him saying something. Usually he'll tweet me later like, "Oh,
hey,
Samantha, it's like a really great podcast. I love podcasting with you. Samantha, I don't know why you sound like Keanu Reeves.
What are you wearing? What are you wearing?
Can we get the whip going? Is that what you're looking for? Nice.
No, I was looking for this one.
She got a great ass.
I was looking for that.
Love that one.
Yeah, I do too.
So I get this text message from Ming saying, "Hey, do you have my keys?" And I'm like,
what? Yes. So what had happened is we podcasted, kicked some podcast ass,
drank beers.
And then you took off after the pod was done.
Obviously.
And, I was a little tipsy, so I hung out here, uploaded the podcast, got some work done, just sobering up a little bit. I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go home, ready to lock up, ready to call it a day. I look around, can't find my keys. Check my pockets, check my bag, check the table where I usually throw them on, check everywhere, no keys. I'm like, all right, I must have left them up in the office that we also have behind the store. So, but it's locked up. I don't have my keys. So I find out there's an extra set here. I find those. I go up there, no keys.
Now, mind you, like to get into the secret stash last week because it was closed when we got here.
Yes.
We had to unlock the door.
Right.
And I remember unlocking the door.
You remember me unlocking
the
door?
Well, I remember the actual action of us standing at the door and you unlocking it.
Right. Yeah, you
so,
got
and
here.
I'm telling you that, and you're like, no, I remember it.
Yeah.
But
it's
I mean,
but you remember me doing this,
yes,
right?
Yeah. So we're talking back and forth, and I mean, literally from the door to the table, it's like what, 10 feet?
If that.
It's a straight line.
Yeah.
There's absolutely nowhere, and it's one table that we put shit on.
Right. So all I did is I grabbed my keys from the. This is what I recall. You know how people go back in your mind. I was talking to my wife. She was like, retrace your steps. I was like, okay. So in my office, grab my keys, came down, unlocked the door, which you saw me do.
Yes.
Came to the podcast table, sat down, podcast for 2 hours, and that was it. That was it.
Yeah, that was it.
That's it. So I'm like, where the fuck are my keys? There's no way that I had them. There's no way they didn't walk off. So naturally, you were here.
Yes.
So I texted you.
Yeah, and I have like kind of a bigger bag that I use.
Yeah.
It holds all my work shit.
Right.
So I mean, like I'm like literally, I'm dumping my shit out.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that.
On the couch, and I'm like, the keys aren't anywhere here.
Yeah.
So I'm like, did you check the garbage? And
check the garbage all full of
like did you check under the table? And then I thought maybe because when I took my beer home, it was in the ass kisser like.
The box. It was in the carrier. Maybe I chucked it in there.
Yeah, like maybe the keys weren't there because I remember one of the beers didn't sit right in there, but it was just the receipt.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, well, it wasn't that. So then I remembered that while we were sitting at this table.
Yeah, and if you listened last week, a certain gentleman.
Rob Bruce came in not once, but twice.
Yes.
He came in the first time kind of just to like hang out and talk. And
he
then
did.
The second
I think he
time,
wanted to try to jump in.
And then the second time he brought us shirts, which
Yes.
I've been wearing every night to sleep in.
Very nice.
I know.
Very nice. So you reminded me of this, because I totally forgot he was in here.
So I'm like, did you call Rob Bruce? So you call Rob Bruce.
I called him. I was like, hey, Rob. He answers, hey, Rob, this is going to sound really weird, but you don't have a set of keys that don't belong to you, do you? You didn't pick up an extra set of keys while you're in here? And he pauses. He's like, no, man, I don't have them. I'm sorry.
I can imagine that conversation.
I don't,
the pause of him not moving at all.
Yeah, but he's like, no, I don't have them. I'm sorry. What's going on? I was like, can't find my keys. You were just podcasting. He's like, it's like, if you need anything, give me a call. I'm like, yeah, I need my fucking keys.
Keys.
Yeah, fucking keys, but you don't have them. So okay.
Okay.
Right.
So you hang up the phone.
Okay, no problem. I hang up the phone.
So I think I text you like 20 minutes later or something. I'm like, hey, did you find your keys?
Yeah, and I'm crawling on the ground.
Yeah, he's like still at the station. It's like 11:30.
I'm ripping up the store.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, there is no way.
Yeah.
There's no way these keys are anywhere else.
Yeah, I mean, like literally, we have cameras going right now.
Yeah.
If you're watching it on YouTube and you can see these cameras, you can see like the store is only so big.
Right.
The space that we podcast is
we have
only
like
so
cup
big.
holders in here. Like maybe they got put in a weird spot. No, nothing. Then I'm like, I'm about to.
It's like 11:30 at night.
It's like 11:30 now.
Yeah.
It's late. And I mean, the dilemma is
he can't leave the store.
I can't leave the store because I don't have the keys to lock up the store.
Exactly.
So I never mind getting home. I can take a cab home.
Exactly.
My wife can let me in, but I gotta lock up the store. I can't leave the store unlocked.
Exactly.
And now it's 11:30, so I can't call Mike. It's a little too late to call Mike.
Walt would just fucking kill you.
Walt would have been up, but he would have been. Yeah, he would.
He would just be like, "Fuck you, you're an idiot."
Well, I mean, I think he would come in and sell the beer bottles. I'm like, oh, I get it now.
Yeah,
I know
exactly.
Why you can't find your keys.
Yeah, exactly. He would have been like, "You were podcasting with that girl again."
Yeah. That you are now that girl.
that girl.
Yes, that girl, like the movie.
That
so
girl.
I'm literally sitting cross-legged on the floor here. I'm
that
about to.
girl.
Yeah, I'm about to shoot. I'm just about to shoot myself. My phone rings. I pick it up. I'm like, hello. It's Rob's wife. She's like, Ming. I'm like, what? She's like, hey, you just called, right? I'm like, yeah. She's like, well.
Yeah, I called like an hour and a half ago.
She's like, Ming, listen to me. Rob was about to go to bed, and for whatever reason, I decided I pick his pants up off the floor, and I look in his pockets, and I find a set of keys in there that aren't his, and they're yours. And I'm like, thank freaking God.
Like, I love
like,
the fact.
oh my God.
I love the fact that they were in his pocket, which means that when he picked up the phone, your keys were literally on his person.
Yeah, they were right next to his junk.
Exactly.
Sitting next to his cock and balls. He has
I don't want to think about Rob Bruce's cock and balls.
He's got his freaking Wookiee cock or whatever. Like that. You think he has a dreadlock down there too? Probably.
Ew. That's ew.
Ew. He's got dreadlock down there. Anyways, he had my keys all the time. So basically, what I think he came in here. Obviously, he came in here. One of those times he came in here, I must have had him on the table. He picked him up, left with them. Never used them to open his freaking door.
Them.
He took them. And
then when you called him, he didn't even give you the benefit of respect to fucking check his pockets.
He even checked. So I'm talking to his wife. He's like, don't worry. I got your keys. He's on his way now with your keys. So he was driving as we spoke.
So what did Rob say?
He came in. He's like, "Oh man, I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry." But he was like, "Well, but in my defense," and he holds up his set of keys and mine. They look very much similar. He's like, "That's my defense." I'm like, "Dude, give me those." I'm like, "That's cool." Like all I care about is getting my keys back. That's all I cared about.
So you locked the store.
Locked the store, made it out okay. But freaking Rob, man.
Rob Bruce, everyone.
I was about Rob Bruce. I panicked.
Rob Bruce.
There was a moment of panic. You never want to lose your keys. I got the store keys on there. I got the office keys, car keys, house keys.
Exactly. You don't want to lose
bike
all that.
keys.
But like, it's just funny that like literally you're on the phone with him and the pause, like the hesitation of like, no man, I don't have them.
Yeah.
Like
no, man.
he definitely did not reach into his, like he just like spaced for like 3 seconds.
So
like
not cool.
Yeah.
But that was odd. And I thought, okay, yeah, I've been drinking. So like maybe I threw them somewhere.
Nope.
No, wasn't me.
I mean, it would have been one thing had we not been drinking a beer that was like 9% alcohol.
Right.
But like here I am sitting there. I was literally, it was a Monday night, so I was watching The Following. Probably I was watching like a repeat
Kevin
of
Bacon.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
God, I like really like hardcore fangirl crush on Kevin Bacon. Like Footloose Kevin Bacon. Yeah. Oh man.
I'm 6 degrees from him.
Yeah. Aren't we all?
Yeah.
Aren't we all?
Actually, I think I might be like 3 degrees.
Well, then I'd be like 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
So pretty much.
We're all 6 degrees from Kevin Bacon. So yeah, and I'm like sitting there, and for like an instant, I was like, I feel bad because like clearly I got Ming drunk and he lost his keys.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember that Kevin Bacon was in a movie with Robert De Niro, Sleepers. Mm-hmm. Robert De Niro's in a movie with Ileana Douglas. Any Scorsese movie probably. Mm-hmm. Ileana Douglas was in Chasing Amy with Kevin.
Yep.
And I was in a movie with Kevin in Dogma. So
you're also Kevin's bitch.
I'm not his bitch. He's my boss. I'm very respectful. I'm very happy. Very grateful for this job. If it's not for me, I'm not sitting in front of this microphone.
It's true. If it's not for you, bitching. I'm not sitting in front of this microphone.
Right, there's no bitching.
I mean, like shit. Kevin's like my boss.
Yeah, bosses preclude that you get some kind of paycheck, but okay.
No.
No. Okay.
No.
All right. Yeah, you know, it might. Yeah.
So,
you might as well be.
So Ming.
Yes.
Where are your keys right now?
My keys are in my pocket right now.
Okay.
Next to my junk, and they're not leaving.
I don't want to think about your dreadlock.
Yeah, my keys are.
Whip out
right
the
here,
keys,
everybody.
not the cock.
Right here, everybody.
There you
My
go.
keys right here.
So everyone remember that Ming has his keys.
I got my keys. I can lock up tonight. All
So
right,
now that we've talked about Rob Bruce's penis,
yes.
let's talk about.
Would you, can we get serious? I know we joke around.
We can.
Okay.
Let's get serious.
Samantha.
Yeah.
I just want to let everybody know. I don't want to alarm anybody, but there's a member of the SModCo family who is ailing right now. He is suffering from an ailment, an unimaginable ailment right now, and I think I'm reaching out not only to me and you, but to our audience to help this gentleman out. And I feel bad. This is not good. He's suffering. It's painful. It's something I would not want to go through. And the person I'm talking about is Mr. Brian Johnson.
Mr. Tell Him Steve Dave himself.
Mr. Tell Him Steve Dave himself. He is going through something which I could never.
Which I'm sure he'll be listening to this. He'll be perusing the channels and just happen to be listening to this sad.
And Samantha,
sad.
Yeah, and this is what he's going through.
If you have ED or other problems with sexual performance, the following message could change your life.
Have Viagra or similar products let you down? Well, now there's new hope for men who suffer from erectile dysfunction.
Last year, Boston Medical Group helped over 30,000 men improve their sexual relationships, and they can help you too.
The Boston Medical Group can safely restore your sexual potency, even if other treatments have failed.
Samantha. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you here?
Attention men, low testosterone symptoms can devastate your entire
you want me to take off my clothes for Brian Johnson?
Inexplicably tired or downright grumpier than usual, suffering from a general lack of interest and low libido, gained weight around the belly for no reason, back pain, low motivation. You are not alone. These are typical.
I'm pretty sure that we're talking about Brian
Johnson's
Johnson's penis.
Yes, we
Yes.
are. Brian had stated
To Brian's
penis.
To Brian's penis.
He can't get it up. He can't get wood.
Now, I have a question.
He's suffering. And I know this is usually an ailment.
I have a question. Why would anyone admit that, like on public forum?
What? Brian Johnson is a brave man.
He is.
A lot of men would not admit this problem.
How did he admit this?
He did on the podcast.
He just jumped out and said "Oh, by the way, my Woody doesn't work."
Yeah, he said I went to the doctor and I'm suffering. I'm suffering, man. Like things are not working correctly, and not only can I get it up, but I'm suffering from low testosterone, so that means I have no energy, I have no drive, I have no will. It's just it's not good. So I want to help him out. It's not.
So what are we doing? Are we gonna?
In time, some things don't work as well as they used to. It's a problem that can affect us men as well.
I
some stage,
love
around half of us will
Ming's
experience
computer
trouble
must be like
getting or
erectile
maintaining an
dysfunction
erection.
commercials. Him just downloading these, and it probably looks terrible when Big Brother's watching.
I suppose.
So,
but,
why would you let something like erectile dysfunction get in your way? Isn't it time you talk to your doctor about?
Can we call Brian?
I'm not gonna call him.
Why don't we ever just call Brian?
He's not cute because he never picks up the phone. Never. He won't pick up for anybody. And then he's like, "Why didn't you call me?" And I was like, I tried.
Why didn't you call me?
I tried.
I would love to talk to Brian about his penis. So can we get him like a mail order bride?
Well, here's the thing.
Would that work? It probably wouldn't work.
It is definitely a medical condition for him.
Okay.
Although,
I can't help that.
If you talk to Brian Quinn, he's like Brian Quinn stated this on the podcast last week. He's like, "How long have you been with your girlfriend?" It's like over 10 years. It's like, well, maybe maybe your solution is you need some new pussy.
Okay.
Would you agree with that?
So new pussy.
New pussy
would I agree with new pussy?
Yeah. Would you? Yeah.
Maybe.
New puss?
Maybe.
Would that get it back up? I believe this is more medical than say.
I would agree with that. I'm sure.
Really?
It's more medical.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
no,
okay.
I don't think new pussy is the fix.
You don't think that's the solution?
No, but apparently Ming knows a very.
You come to church with me, bro.
Yeah. Brian can go to church with you,
could.
and imagine being online.
Yes.
For the Eucharist.
Yes.
For the body and blood.
It's not when you want to pop wood, but
for the body and blood of Jesus Christ.
Yes, our Lord and Savior.
Our Lord and Savior.
Yeah.
And popping wood for like the first time in like.
Yeah. So obviously this is more a medical condition. Now you, as a woman.
Yes.
You've, you know men.
This brings up a great story.
You have a story?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, I wasn't even going to bring it up because I was so
fucking
horrified by it.
Oh God, this is okay.
So this past week I
This
went.
happened recently?
Yes. No. We're all getting terrible ideas here. This past week, I'm taking pictures for. I'm not going to say what band it is.
A band.
A band.
Okay.
I go with them to take pictures at one of their shows, and they're in the tour van. They have this guy, and he's talking about how he can't have sex when he's sober. He can only have drunk sex, but because he can only have drunk sex, he constantly has a problem with mush dick.
Right. So
like mush dick. Like I call it whiskey dick, but apparently he calls it mush dick.
Mush dick.
Mush dick. Like hashtag
MUSH
dick.
Is that Russian? Like MUSTK, like backwards?
MUSHDICK.
Okay.
Mush dick.
Mush dick.
And apparently
he can't get wood when he's sober?
I don't know if he can't or he just chooses not to.
Okay, that's weird.
But so apparently this happens so much to him that he has like a speech. Like prepared for when he's having sex with a girl or trying to, and it goes to mush dick, and he's like, "Oh, have to explain myself here." And he's like sharing this story. First time I meet this kid, sharing this story with me, I was horrified. I was like, I've never met a man who was proud of his mush dick.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
Mush dick.
Have you ever had to deal with mush dick?
I have.
Have you really?
I have.
You're a young woman.
I am a young woman.
I
mean, okay, so you go to a bar. You go to a bar. You get a few drinks.
Sure.
You get a few substance in you.
Sure. Wow.
And
I can't imagine. It's never happened to me. I'm proud to say it.
It's never happened. You've never gotten like I wouldn't call it mush dick.
No.
You've never gotten like whiskey dick.
No.
Oh my god.
I'm a lightweight. Like I get whiskey dick after. If I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get after like one like.
I love the way we've spent this entire podcast talking about penises.
Yeah.
We started with breasts. Everybody listening was probably like, oh, this is going to be a great podcast. They're talking about tits the entire time. Yeah. And now we're just talking about dicks.
Sure. Well, we're talking about Brian Johnson's dick. It's a celebrity dick. It's an important dick.
We talked about Rob Bruce's dick.
We did. We did. So like what goes through your head when this happens? Like, you're ready, you're ready, maybe ready to get down. I don't know. And then mush dick. Like, what do you do?
Well, I think there's always that embarrassing.
Punch the guy,
I was gonna say, I think there's always that embarrassing factor. Like, obviously, as a female, you want to please the man you're with,
sure.
But like at the same token, like you want to please the man you're with, but if like he's too drunk to perform, like fuck you, he should be apologizing to me.
Oh
like,
yeah, totally. It's his fault. It's
exactly.
his fault. Wow. So, Brian ain't even drunk and he can't perform, and I feel bad for him. So I want to help him out. I want to help him out.
Okay.
I want to help him out. I want obviously a medical condition. I want to give him the best treatment that money can buy.
Which you have in parentheses is Chinese herbs.
Well, okay, here, there are different medical, there are Chinese herbs like horny goatweed, tiger penis. My grandparents were a Chinese doctor or Chinese. I
was going to say, you, for somebody who's never had whiskey dick, you seem to know all these remedies pretty well.
My grandparents were Chinese pharmacists, so they know all about these, like rhino horn and all this stuff.
Rhino horn.
And I think it works. So, but the problem with rhino horn is it ain't cheap.
Exactly.
Yeah, it ain't cheap.
So we're looking for money.
Yes, we're looking for money, and I can't come out of my own pocket, and we don't make that much on Comic Book Men. We make money, but not enough for such highly specialized treatments of this. So, what do you do when you need to raise a large amount of money for something like this? You go to a crowdsourcing website, set up a fund, and I have done just that, Samantha. For my friend Brian, who I've known for over 15 years, I've set up a fund. We need your help, everyone. If you're a fan of SModCo, if you're a fan of Tell 'em Steve Dave.
I mean, Tell 'em Steve Dave fans, they're like crazy.
Yeah, I
know
you're
Brian
out there.
Johnson.
I know you're out there.
Yeah, they're like crazy for Brian Johnson. They should be crazy for Brian Johnson.
Yeah, we know. If you listen to the podcast, if you like their podcast, if you like Tell 'em Steve Dave, if you like Comic Book Men, we need you to contribute. We need your help. And the way you can help is you can go to savebry.samandmingshow.com. and that will direct you to a GoFundMe website, which
God.
we have set up. Which I have set up. I don't know if you can see this, Samantha. But,
I can't. I'm sorry. I just got like really crazy news from my mother. So like I'm texting as you're talking.
No problem. No problem.
I will totally tell you this news in just a hot second.
Oh, this is public.
Yeah, I can share this. This is like crazy.
All right. So if you go to Save Bride at SimonMingShow.com.
Save Brian. Hashtag Save Brian.
Yes.
Hashtag Ming loves women.
Yeah.
Pray for Debbie and Save Brian.
Yeah. Save Bride. The GoFundMe. The title is Help Brian Johnson Get It Back Up.
Help Brian Johnson.
And we have set a goal. It's a modest goal. You know, it might not cure everything, but I believe this is enough to buy the best medical treatment that money can buy.
Which is apparently some rhino horn. He's going to rub some like Chinese herbs on his penis, and
Sure.
It's going to be like a magic unicorn horn.
Sure.
Again.
I've set a modest goal of $50,000 for this. Now, wait, before you laugh. Have you ever been to like Kickstarter or a thing?
I
you know
have
that
been to a Kickstarter.
If you contribute a certain amount of money, you get something.
So
these are the awards. These are the awards. Contribute. Now you can donate whatever you want. You want to donate $1, $5, it's fine. But we need more. We need to dig deep.
We need to dig deep for Brian Johnson.
We need to dig deep. So, $100, you get a voicemail message from Mike Zapsik. He will call your phone. He will leave a voicemail message.
Does Mike Zapsik know he's doing this?
For Brian, he will. For something like this, because Brian, Mike knows. Mike knows.
Brian, he will.
$100 voicemail message from Mike. $200, you got a phone call from Mike Zapsik. He will talk to you on the phone.
On the phone.
For a mere $200 donation.
But okay, wait. I have a question.
Yes.
What's the difference between say you donate $100 and Mike Zapsik calls you and you just choose to pick up your phone?
Well, then he'll hang up and be like, let it go to voicemail because you didn't pay for that shit.
Okay.
Got it? Get it?
Yes.
Okay, $200, he'll call and he'll talk to you.
He'll call and talk to you. Okay.
$500, get a shout out on the Sam and Ming Show. Shout out. We'll shout your name.
Shout out.
$500.
I mean, we pretty much do that for free, but we'll do it if you pay $500 too.
You're not paying. You're contributing.
Exactly.
You're getting something out of this.
You are helping Brian Johnson's
helping Brian
penis.
get his energy up, which in turn leads to more episodes. Tell him Steve Dave, which in turn entertains you.
Exactly.
It's the least you can do.
We all want to see him happy again.
Yeah, we do. And podcasting and energetic.
Do we have more?
Yes. For $1,000, you can appear in person, or we'll call you an award-nominated podcast, ISO Comics. How about that? You will get to appear on ISO Comics, the Stitcher Award-nominated podcast.
The Stitcher
with me and Mike.
Award-nominated.
You could do it here in person, or we'll call you. Now that's rare. That's rare. We never.
It's rare.
It's pretty rare for a mere $1,000. And the last one we call it the Super Gold level, $5,000 donation. We will release the now lost copy of Tell 'em Steve Dave episode 194. Don't know if you know about this. It was an episode that went up.
I do.
It was pulled, never to be seen again. Well, you will get your own personal copy if you donate $5,000. Small price to pay.
$5,000.
It's a small price to pay.
Exactly.
Now,
a small price to pay for a big problem to fix.
Yes. Now you're asking me, what do you get this money? What do you do? Medicine? Sure. Maybe we send you to Asia to visit Chinese doctors.
It's true.
Or we send you to Asia, for this was my solution. I send you to Asia, You
got girlfriend, Vietnam?
Me love you long time.
Well, baby, me so horny.
So horny.
Me so horny. Me love you long time. You party?
Yeah, we might party. How much?
$15.
$15.
For both of us.
What do they get for $15?
Me love you long time. Me so horny.
That could work.
That could work.
That kind of goes with the new pussy thing, but Chinese pussy.
That definitely does go with new pussy.
Chinese pussy. Now, I've also done research. There is also another solution, alternative, not used, but alternative. Maybe not the most comfortable, but
Fortunately, there is an even more potent, more powerful remedy for erectile dysfunction than these pills, and it works in about 80% of patients
80%,
with very reliable
80,
results.
That's a big number.
What I'm speaking about is an injection therapy. Penile injection therapy has actually been around longer than Viagra or the other pills.
Oh, stop that.
penile injection therapy, Samantha.
So they're going to stick a needle up his dick.
Yes.
Okay.
But if it worked, 80%, Samantha. But it doesn't sound cheap. Does not sound cheap.
It doesn't sound cheap.
So again,
$5,000, guys.
Yeah, $5,000. You'll get Tell 'em Steve Dave episode 194, MegaCon Men. which I have in my possession, I will give to you personally. You'll have your own personal copy.
Personally.
Yes. So
we'll even handwrite the envelope in which we send it to you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So save Bry.
Save Brian.
Save Bry. Save Bry.
Save Bry.
.samandmingshow.com.
Yes.
Dig deep, everybody.
Dig deep.
Save Brian. Save Brian. Anyways.
So that ends the really sad, depressing.
Well, one of them.
Well, yes.
Yes.
We have more? Oh, we do have more.
Yes.
We do.
We do.
I mean, kind of hopeful.
It is hopeful.
It is.
It is hopeful. Just in case you weren't aware, a year ago at the Boston Marathon, there was a terrorist incident in which a couple of asswipes, couple of
real fucking jerk-offs.
Real fucking jerk-offs, bombed the finish line at the Boston Marathon.
Finish line.
And I think it affected you and I in a different way than most people.
It did.
As marathon runners.
Yes. And my goal has always been the Boston Marathon. I've never had any dream to run, New York, Chicago, fuck Chicago. I'm
running Chicago.
Fuck Chicago. Fuck everything about Chicago.
No.
Go St. Louis. I've always wanted to run the Boston Marathon since I became a runner. And last year was kind of rough. I mean, especially people saw it. Like, I got very upset about it, and people, like, to this day, like, I'll say something about the Boston Marathon bombings and how they affected me so much, and like, well, you weren't there, and it wasn't kind of at the same grand scale that something like 9/11 was. So why did it mean so much to me? And it was one of those things, like, I'm sure most people listening to this and most people, who aren't in the Boston area probably don't know what they were doing when, people will say, like, where were you when the Twin Towers were attacked?
Right.
And
it's
it's like an instant. Yeah. I was in, junior year.
Yeah, I was at work.
Yeah, I was in high school. It was my junior year. I was in or my sophomore year. No, it was junior year, and I was in my Spanish class, and it was my English teacher, third period, who actually told us about it. So you know exactly where you were when the Boston Marathon was bombed. I was at work. I was in the back. I was opening boxes, and I remember I was texting somebody. I was going over his house after work, and I asked him a question, like something about like getting food or something. I put my phone down for 10 minutes to finish opening boxes, and I came back and I had about 20 text messages. I had 2 missed calls, 2 voicemails, a whole bunch of Facebook messages.
Yeah, and like, what happened?
And, well, I'm looking at this, and like the first thing I see is like, you have 20 new text messages, and I'm like, I asked what he wanted for dinner.
Right, I was like, dude, you don't have to write me a book.
Exactly, like it was dinner. So I go into my text messages, and there's all these, are you okay? Were you there? And I kind of didn't put it together until I got this one message from my sister, who me and her weren't. I'm like waving to somebody on the camera, and me and her weren't really close at the time. And grab a seat, jump in. Me and her really weren't close at the time, and I got this one text message from her that just said, "I'm so glad that you're not running the Boston Marathon." And that was obviously what alerted me that something happened. And I instantly, I'm holding a computer in my hand. I checked Google, and bam, there it is. The Boston Marathon finish line was bombed.
Yeah, and you see the pictures of the
carnage. Yeah, I mean, as soon as literally I drove. I drove to his house, and I got up there, and he's at his work computer. I was just going over there. He's still working, and the first words out of my mouth were like, the Boston Marathon was bombed. Turned on the TV and just sat there, like pretty much the same as 9/11. You just sat in front of the TV and you watch the same thing over and over again.
You didn't want to move. You don't want to miss anything.
Exactly.
You're just like shocked.
And like cried my eyes out. To this day, this morning when I was thinking about it, I was like sobbing my eyes out. But
it hit you hard.
Well, I know what it's like running a marathon to look forward.
Yeah, we both do.
To look forward to that last 0.2 of a mile.
Oh my God, those are the best.
Because they're literally, you're rounding the whole marathon into miles that you're running, and you finally get to that 0.2, and it's like, it's over. You're done. And and that happens right there.
Yeah, there's a whole thing. We kind of have firsthand. We're bragging now, but we have firsthand experience. You train. You train for months.
Yeah, you train for months
for this one
and
day.
you never. I mean, when you're training, generally you never quite get to 26 miles when you're training.
No.
So that end of the road is what you're running toward.
Right.
And the reason why it got me was when I was training for my marathon, I surrounded myself with quotes like running isms and runspiration, as they call it, and all these quotes. And the closer I got to the marathon, I started surrounding myself with marathon quotes because I knew I was going to do it. And one of the quotes that was really my favorite said something along the lines of, "If you ever lose faith in humanity, go out and watch a marathon," because it's literally just strangers cheering on people they don't know. And the amount of high fives that I gave, and that I was given, and the signs that you see, and that robbed it to me. Like you're sitting there and you're saying, if you lose faith in humanity, go watch a marathon, and then a marathon gets bombed. That.
Oh, that means we're live now. So.
Oh, we're live now.
So, yeah. We are, woohoo! Okay.
I thought it was the Brian Johnson penis sound.
Oh yeah.
It's terrible. So today was the Boston Marathon.
Yes. Now,
and it went through without a hitch. It
did.
Successful.
You would hope they increased security and made sure no one brought backpacks.
You pretty much need a background check to run a fucking marathon nowadays.
Yeah, but we've prepared for this. This is not an easy feat, and this is the last thing you expect is to be friggin' shot or bombed or hurt, injured, anything.
I mean,
you get there, you're nervous at the starting line, you run the race, and then you're right. When you see that finish line, you typically see it in the last 0.2 miles or last mile. I mean, it is like the greatest feeling in the world.
My first marathon that I ran, I had this playlist that I created, and one of the songs that I put on it was, that song from the Disney movie Hercules?
Yes.
Where he's like, every mile worth my while, and, I'm going to find a hero's welcome right where I belong. So I put this song on my playlist as a complete joke, because I'm like, it kind of is like marathon-esque. I'm gonna put it on there as a complete joke. And I ran the entire fucking marathon, and I didn't even think of the song on it. I ran the entire marathon, and I get to 26 and a half mile or 25 and a half miles.
Yeah.
So I'm coming right up to that cusp where the marathon was bombed, and this song comes on. I'm climbing this hill. My first marathon was Philly. I'm climbing this hill. The art museum is towering over me on my right. This song comes on about how I'm going to find a hero's welcome. It's the last 0.2 miles. I was sobbing uncontrollably when I crossed the finish line. This song came on. I actually had to take my headphones off.
You're listening to a Disney song and you're lost.
It was a little too freaking overwhelming for me. So I mean, that feeling, it bothered me, and it bothered me a lot because it was robbed from a lot of people.
Yeah.
You can't get that first marathon feeling back.
No, you can't. Although I remember first one I did was in DC Marine Corps Marathon, which was awesome. I didn't cry. I think I was more relieved to be done than anything. I didn't cry, but I almost did, because when you finish the Marine Corps Marathon, Marine Corps, it's organized by the Marines. You're in DC, the nation's capital. You finish at the Iwo Jima Memorial, which is awesome.
So it's meaningful.
The finish line is literally flanked by Marines.
That are just there.
They're there, and when you cross, they're freaking congratulating you.
And really, all you did was run a marathon, and all they do is
you guys are getting
save
shot
the
at
world.
And, actually taking bullets, but they're congratulating you, they're shaking your hand. It got really emotional there. I was in such a daze because I was just so out of it but there was that moment that hit me. It was like, holy crap! This is
it's
awesome.
A feeling.
They put the medal over around your neck.
Because pretty much at that point your arms don't friggin' work.
Yeah.
They're giving you one of those foil sheets to
got
wrap
the foil
around
sheet
you.
so you don't freeze to death.
Yeah, exactly. I remember I put that on. I was like, what is this going to do for me?
It's a reflective blanket.
Yeah, exactly. And 5 seconds later, I was wrapped in it.
I look like a TV dinner.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. My second one was here. So it was kind of emotional, not so much. But the last one I did in Columbus. And I almost lost it. I was just I I didn't cry, but I was just like, I was so happy.
Yeah.
I was so happy.
Like Philly, like I literally, like I started crying before it. I started crying. That was the year of Sandy. So the New York Marathon was canceled and Philly extended a corral for 1,000 New York City runners. So everybody who took off passed the New York City corral. And like, I mean, here it is, like Philly versus New York, you know, they got a big rivalry and every New York City person is just cheering you on as you go. And then I remember later, I actually watched the Philly corral take off.
Yeah.
And they played New York, New York.
Oh, that's cool.
And like everybody's singing, and at the end of the song, they just take off.
Go.
And like, I remember, you know, I was there with somebody, and I didn't think he was going to get to the place we said we were going to see each other at mile 1, and there he was. So I started crying again at mile 1.
Mile 1.
You know,
like, started.
I was crying before the race even started. And mile 1, I was crying. And mile 6, I cried. And mile 20, I cried. And mile 20, I cried a lot.
Why mile 20?
Because the signs, when you're running down this road and it loops around. So at about 1/10 of a mile, before mile 20, the official like mile 20 mile marker, there's still a sign that says marathoners outbound. And you loop around, you hit mile 20, and then you loop around at 1/10 of a mile in the same spot that you saw it on the other side.
Yeah.
It's a sign that says marathoners inbound. And reading marathoners inbound, there was this overwhelming sense that I was going home.
Oh, nice. That's
and
cool.
like I started sobbing again. Mile 24, I managed to get my phone out. It was like in like my water bottle.
Did you take a picture?
No, I didn't take any pictures, but like I text the person that was waiting for me at the finish line. I was like, I'm gonna finish this, and he was like, obviously you're at mile 24. Like obviously you're finishing this. And then mile 26, I just fucking lost it.
Yeah. So welcome to anybody listening live right now. We had we didn't get thrown in at 6:30 like we usually do. So we're here now.
Yeah, we're here now. You could listen to the beginning part of the show. We talk about some really fun things. We talk about some breasts.
We do. Boobs.
We talk about a lot of penis.
Talk about Rob Bruce's penis.
I don't know.
Maybe maybe you didn't miss that much.
Yeah.
Talk about Brian Johnson's penis.
We talked about your penis a little bit.
Well, that's because that's all there is to talk about. The little bit. It is a little. My penis is a little bit.
So
this will be podcasted tonight. So go back and listen to the first.
Yes,
like,
go
half
back.
hour.
Go back and listen. I promise you, it's not as scary as you think it is.
Oh no, it's good.
And we have cameras going now too.
We do.
People missed that.
To be on YouTube, we got cameras going.
We have cameras going, and we have nifty frames going.
I know. Wow. Look at that art.
So we're gonna play with those pretty much for the rest of my life.
Art. But I'm very happy the marathon went without a hitch.
Yes, and I was actually following it this morning. The lead male runner, who was the first American to win in 31 years, not that you would know it by his name. Yeah. He ran the entire marathon in 2 hours and 8 minutes and 36 seconds. So fuck him. I can't run that fast.
It's literally twice as fast as I can run. Like, literally.
And the lead female was a Kenyan. And she won it in 2 hours and 18 minutes.
Yeah,
and
I saw the end.
One of her, I think like mile 24, you run down a hill.
Yeah.
And her like time for that mile was 4 minutes and
49 seconds.
49 seconds.
Crazy.
And I was just like, I can't imagine ever running a marathon.
I can't even drive that fast.
Yeah, it's just, and I mean, if you look at her legs are like sticks and they're like long.
Yeah, I saw her cross finish line and then she kind of collapsed like in joy.
Yes.
For winning, and she was like, she was like literally on the ground.
Yes.
Crying, I think.
I mean,
just so happy.
I was rooting for Shalane Flanagan.
Yeah. Now, never mind that she gets like $250,000.
Oh yeah. I mean, let's forget about the fact that this is her job.
Forget the money. But.
I was rooting for Shalane Flanagan. She was really actually she was winning for like most of it, and obviously she took off a little too fast in the beginning. She came in 5th or 6th or something.
It's all technique.
Well, you know.
Yes, but for the victims, 3 people died, like 228 injured.
Mm-hmm. So we were going to do a moment of silence.
All right, I'll let you break it, but...
I kind of just hear the music behind me, so I'm just going to break that.
All right. Still, little reference.
Moment of silence. I'm glad that the Boston Marathon really was a huge success this year.
Yes.
We're drinking Sam Adams because of it.
Would you chuck me the...
I can chuck you. I'm going to throw it at you. obscurely like you did to me.
Thank you. And you can open any one of those. I don't.
What?
The books, the comics.
Oh yeah.
Open whatever you want.
Feel free.
You guys are fucking up. This one doesn't have a wrap on it. Yeah. No, you can open. Yeah, feel free to.
These should have cardboard in them.
Feel free to partake.
These should have cardboard in them.
Freaking savages.
Freaking savages.
Speaking of running, there's an article right next to you. I'm running the Pittsburgh Marathon.
Speaking of running, there's an article right next to me about Pittsburgh needs.
Other way.
Needs.
Oh, they need guns.
Yeah, they need your guns. I don't know why Pittsburgh needs your guns.
Oh yeah, you want to? Yeah, welcome to the gun show right
here.
Oh
Jesus Christ! But apparently, immediate cash paid, #1 for guns. So if you have guns, Pittsburgh's looking for them.
Yes. I want to thank my man Dan Zerpak for sending me this. Dude named what's the dude's name? Craig. What's his last name?
Meyer.
Craig Meyer wrote an article about me for the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette called "Comic Justice," and it is an article about how I'm running the Pittsburgh Marathon for charity. I'll be down there on May 4th, running to raise funds for the Wayne Foundation, Kevin's charity, and there I am. I know they had a web version, but I was like, I wonder if they put this in print. So I like to scan them. I can't figure this out. And you're good. There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
There's a little delay. And,
there is. I know. I've been making faces at myself all night.
I like to scan these. I send them to my mom.
Just like looking at her.
Send them to my mom. Actually, my mom actually called me the other week. She's like, "You're not home enough." She gave me shit for not. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, we gotta get to that.
My mom gave me shit for not being home enough. Which
you live like 4 states away.
No, home as in like my own home.
Oh, like with your wife.
Yeah.
Like hashtag Ming loves women, hashtag pray for Debbie.
Yeah.
So wait, now your mother is giving you shit like everyone else on the internet?
Tell him Steve Dave ants. Yes.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I did notice the negativity hanging around my Twitter feed that all the Tell him Steve Dave ants were.
Well, I mean, listen, I do a lot of stuff. I live. We'll put it that way.
Ming loves women. He goes to church and he finds breasts.
I did not find them. They found me. Okay.
Breasts.
They found me.
Breasts.
Anyway, she's like, like maybe you should cut out going to all these cons and like all these like traveling for marathons. Like it's not good. Like moms are supposed to do.
It's not good.
She's like, you should, she's like, I don't know. She's trying to tell me like money isn't everything. I'm like, pfft.
Well, my mom actually tries to get me out of running marathons.
Why? It's your mom too?
Yeah.
Why?
She's like, it's not even like a money thing. She's like, you're gonna hurt your knees. And like my mother has like terrible knees, so so she's just like, you're gonna hurt yourself when you run. All your insides are jumbling, and my mother does not sound like that, but that's like stereotypical bitchy mother talk.
Okay.
So yeah, she tries to get me actually to. Although the other day we were sitting there and she looks at me and she goes, "Have you been running again?" And I was like, "Yeah, why?" And she goes, "Because you seem happier." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
I do the running and the yoga.
I do the running and the yoga.
Makes me happy. Yeah. So
there's this great article. You actually sent it to me to read.
I did.
And it's talking about the Wayne Foundation and running for charity and why you started running. And it was a good article. So I'm not going to give away the ending.
Okay, I'll put it up.
I'm not going to spoil it for everybody
I'll link it up
else.
on the website, samandmingshow.com.
samandmingshow.com.
It was a good article.
It's a great picture of Ming. He's running.
I'm running
in the rain.
There's like rain like dripping off my face. Like I look kind of badass there.
Yeah,
I look kind of badass there. It's kind of cool.
Whoops, that's not. There we go.
There you go. Or you can go to I can't remember. It's like postgazette.com or something.
Yes.
Pittsburgh Post-Gazette.
The Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. Not that we like things that are Pittsburgh-esque. But we actually had somebody tweeted us or friend me today that's Pittsburgh-esque. Who did we have? I said it before.
Who is it?
Who is it?
Yeah, you can tell me when you find it. So I'll link up that article. It's kind of it's fun. It's fun to see your name in print.
It is.
It never gets old.
It doesn't.
It never gets old.
I can't find this.
Yeah. So what's the spot? Do you have a major announcement here?
Oh, my mother.
Yeah, your mom.
My mother, she just sent me a text message, and she's like, "You have a package at the house."
Okay.
Which I like never go to my house anymore. So I'm like, so my mother feels the need to alert me when important things come in, like, my tax returns or, something like that. So she's like, "You have a package in the mail." And I'm like, "Okay, well, like, who's it from? Like, what is it? Is it, I haven't ordered anything lately. So what is it?" And she goes, I was like, "Who's it from?" And she goes, Amir. Now, Amir is, he's a friend of my sister's.
Okay.
They graduated high school together. He's a close friend of the family. You know, he always comes over for Christmas. So I obviously know Amir very well. And I completely, like, I didn't instantly know what it is. I said, like, really? And I start thinking, like, when was the last time I talked to Amir? So apparently, a few weeks ago, I posted a picture. If you look at my Twitter background, if you like click on my profile and you look at my Twitter background.
At the Zen Librarian.
At the Zen Librarian, there's a picture of a guitar behind me. A guitar with a lot of drawing on it.
Which you drew on.
I drew on it. It's called the Zen Tangle, and it's this crazy thing. So the other day, I posted a picture of it again, just because I was looking at it and I love it. And it's my favorite thing in the world that I've ever created. And so I said, really? And my mother texted me back, it seems to be a guitar box.
Okay.
So my instant reaction is, oh my God, he didn't. Because I instantly remember that he was talking to me and he's like, are you looking for these guitars to be like playable, or do you just want them as pieces like that you draw on, on a wall? Yeah, like basically like, you know, something you could just hang on a wall. And I said, shit, either or, but like, where am I going to get guitars from? You know, like I'm not going to go out and pay like $500. Right. So apparently I have no idea what this guitar looks like. I have no idea if it works, if it doesn't work, what kind of guitar it is. But apparently Amir sent me a guitar that I could draw on and you know, do the whole nine with. So I like, of course I'm like, oh my God, he didn't. And my mother's like, well, what did he do? I'm like, we were talking about it the other day. He must have sent me a guitar to use because either he wasn't using it or whatever. So my mother goes, what did you have to do for this guitar? I'm like, I love my mother, like what she thinks I do for things. So apparently my mother thinks I'm turning tricks for guitars.
Like not even good guitars.
Which I am not, but if you happen to have a guitar that you'd like to give me,
I don't even play the guitar. Like I'll do.
I'm not gonna give you a picture of me naked for it.
I'll do some stuff like a Gibson, man. Like I'll
like shit. It doesn't even have to be a good guitar. Like the whole idea is that I'm gonna draw on it and make it pretty.
Yeah, like I ain't gonna.
But so apparently,
I don't do anything weird for like an iPad.
Apparently now I'm like at my house. There's a guitar waiting for me to draw on it. So I cannot wait to get there, get my hands on it, and start drawing on this guitar.
What did you have to do to get this guitar?
What did you have to do to get this guitar? Like I'm apparently turning tricks for guitars now.
I guess so. I got a story about a mysterious package.
But can we get the whip for that?
Would you like to hear the?
I'd love to hear the whip.
Yeah, or we have this one too. Oh wait, that's not. I like this one better.
I like the one that like spins in the air first.
Yeah.
Like cha. So you got a mysterious package.
I did. On Friday I came home and there was a package, a FedEx package waiting for me, and I'm like, what the hell is this? It said I looked at the return address, it said Cablevision on it. So that tells me nothing.
That tells you you're probably going to be really unhappy with what's in the box.
Yeah,
Wait, did you have like a 7 moment and you just looked and you're like, what's
Whoa.
in the box?
In the box. Yeah, I cried like Brad Pitt. Yes. I had no idea.
Was it your wife's head?
It was not my wife's head. My wife's head was on her body.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Well, that's good. Pray for Debbie.
Yeah.
Wife's head was on the body.
Cablevision. What is this? Like, are they sending me like a cable box or something? Like, I had no idea.
Yeah.
So, I struggle a little bit and I open it, and inside.
Wait, you struggled opening the box?
Yes. It was
like you know they have like friggin' box cutters for.
I couldn't find a box cutter. I was trying to open it by hand.
So you chewed on it a little bit.
I was trying to muscle it open.
Okay.
And I finally got it open, and I pull out the bubble wrap. And there's a card inside.
There's a card.
There's a card inside, nice thick stock. On the one side it said AMC, something different, the AMC logo, and on the other side was a little thank you from the AMC marketing department. Remember how I went to the upfront?
I do. I remember you've been talking about it and like tweeting about it for weeks about like how you met Andrew Lincoln and
I did fun.
And you like fangirled over him.
I did fun event. Getting invited to that was a privilege in and of itself.
Yeah.
And now they said thank you. This was a thank you.
They said thank you again
for attending. Can you believe that? They thanked me for coming.
They thank you for coming.
They thanked me for coming. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for coming. And inside, and I pull the bubble wrap out.
And there's something that we talked about.
There was something that I like. If you asked me on Friday,
like what he wanted most,
what is the one thing that you want most right at this very moment? It was inside that box.
What's in the box?
I pull out the bubble wrap. I look in the box. There's a freaking GoPro camera.
There is a GoPro camera.
Which I talked about in the last podcast.
We talked about in the last podcast.
Which I wanted more than anything.
Yeah.
And I know it's not like, it's not the Holy Grail or anything, but it is.
It's a GoPro.
What I wanted.
He wants to start making his own porn. He needs a GoPro.
Yeah, I need a GoPro. I need,
Thank you, AMC, for enabling.
Like I want to put that chest, you could buy this chest strap where you can strap the GoPros on there.
Watch that
I got it. And I want to wear while I'm doing it, like I want to have I have the GoPro on my chest.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
This whole show has been way too much balls.
Get down with that GoPro on my chest, or like you can have like the helmet mount, like the helmet mount while I'm getting down
with like a little miner's light on it.
yeah, because I like to because I like to do with the lights off. So yeah,
but you need lights on for filming.
Yeah, exactly. So you can see what's going on. So. Yeah, that's exactly it.
I feel so uncomfortable.
So I'm going nuts. My jaw is dropped open.
And he texts me, and you're like, well, you sent it to me. And you're like, I got a package in the mail. I'm like, we already got one because we got the beer this week too. I'm like, you've already got one. Like, did somebody send us more beer?
Yeah,
and then you sent me this picture of this GoPro.
Yeah, and the reason I wanted it is so we could record the podcast and put it up on YouTube.
Exactly. Yes, AMC. Ming is not videotaping himself having sex.
No. Well, hey, what I do with my own GoPro is my own business.
I don't want to.
It's mine now.
I don't want to touch the GoPro.
As long as you don't have to watch it. Oh, well, okay, there is that.
I don't want to touch the GoPro.
There is
it's been like in your man trunk.
There is that. Okay. Well, I have a frame around. You look at this frame around.
Frames?
Frame. Yeah, did somebody say frame? Is that the word of the day? Like
in that Nick show where you get like slimed if you say the word of the day.
You can't say that on television. Yes. Yeah. If you say I don't know, you get slimed.
Yes.
But it comes with a waterproof housing, so
yes,
yeah.
So you could use it on a surfboard.
Yes,
a lot of people GoPro
water sports.
Yeah, do GoPro surfing.
I'm going to use that protective casing for other things.
Oh, so for squishy sex.
Yes, for mushy sex or whatever you call it, mush stick.
Mush stick.
You can see my mush stick when I use that housing. So here's the deal, man. I get this camera. And I'm like, how? They had to have known, right?
I mean, like that leads to either somebody they called Kevin and said like, what does Ming want? And like
he doesn't know.
Okay, well then
who knew? You knew.
I knew. They didn't
My
call
wife
me.
knew. That was pretty much it.
They probably didn't call your wife.
Pizza Beer Revolution knew because that's where I stole the idea.
Probably didn't call Pizza Beer Revolution, so they must be listening.
Must be listening. So
I want to know if they are listening.
AMC executives, thank you for listening. Welcome to this S&M show. My name is Ming Chen.
I'm Samantha Quintus.
Yes, and thank you. I mean, I can't thank you enough for this. It's just crazy. It could not be a coincidence. So
then you went out and bought a second one, and now we're videotaping ourselves.
Yes, and hopefully we'll get it up on YouTube.
Yeah, and I get to look at this sexy looking
yourself.
Yourself. I just kind of gaze over at myself.
You see Sam Q in action
quite frequently.
The Zen Librarian. You can see her. In
I know. I blow dried my hair for the occasion.
I saw you were in the car, like putting on like lip gloss and like eyeliner.
I was hoping you didn't realize I was doing that for this.
That's good.
I was like putting eyeliner on. It was funny too because the first time I podcast, I was like doing my hair and this and that. I was like, how do I look?
It's like, who cares?
And everybody I said that to was like, Sam, it's radio. So voila, now I have a reason to look pretty.
Yes.
For all my fans,
for
everybody who loves me, Agamemnon especially.
Agamemnon, you're the man.
He's out there with like a thesaurus and a dictionary, waiting for like his verbal spanking.
You're the man.
Apparently.
You're the man.
Apparently.
Yes. Yeah. So I have a topic on here. I want to get your opinion.
We have a few topics.
Yes. I'm going to get to this one first, though. I had a friend. Met this friend about 3 years ago. Female. Shouldn't shock you, I guess.
Are we talking about boobs again?
Yeah, we are actually. Can we talk about? Actually, that's very relevant to what I'm about to talk about.
Can I do like a before and after?
You can. Okay. Yeah. Are you doing the before now?
Yeah. Well, that's the after.
No, that's the before.
Oh, that's the before.
No, that's not the before. Not the before.
Here, I'll put hair on this.
Hair?
Yeah.
On the girl.
Not hair on the boobs. Hair on the head.
Okay,
so it's not a floating bald person.
All right. So I have a friend who met about 3 years ago. Cool chick, and she moved. She moved to I won't say where, but she moved away from New Jersey, and didn't really try to keep up with her. But I didn't, Facebook, whatever. Didn't see much of her. And then she came back.
This is what she used to look like.
Yeah, something like that. And then You can't. Well, yeah, they're like two. Those are like two. I don't know, chocolate chips. Let's say.
Yeah. Wait. I mean, like, if we were gonna put them, chocolate chips.
Chocolate
That's
chips,
a good one.
So I didn't see her for like 2 years. She moved. Then she came back, and the next time I saw her,
I love this added visual effects shit. This is great.
And next time I saw her, I was like, there's something different about her. And
you didn't know it instantly.
I didn't know it instantly.
Okay.
No, because I was so happy to see her. I gave her a hug, and we.
And you didn't like feel like the rock hardness.
No,
of
I
them?
didn't. I did not. I did not.
You weren't like super focused on breasts.
No, I was not. I was focused on her and her beautiful face. I do not go.
Oh yeah.
I was. I was happy to see her, but then I was like, wow, something's different about her, and I started kind of seeing photos. Around that time.
So you kind of pieced it together.
Yeah. No. Wait a minute.
Did you say something?
No, I didn't say anything. I'm looking. I'm like, I think she had a boob job. It's like I think it's pretty clear that she did.
I don't know. Let's see the before picture again. Before picture, she looks sad, miserable.
No, she was. She's probably beautiful before.
Those little chocolate chip titties.
Didn't.
And now
melons,
she's
cantaloupes,
huge with these watermelons that she's carrying around.
Cantaloupes.
Back problems for life.
And
my cousin actually got a boob job.
Really?
Yes, she did.
Do you know what she went from what to a what?
No.
Okay.
I mean, she didn't go like super huge.
Right.
She just, went enough to turn the guys on a little bit more. Sure. And my aunt actually, God rest her soul, she comes to me because she used to be like brutally honest with me, and we've been, I've kind of been feeding her a little wine, and she comes to me and she goes, I have an honest question for you. And this was all kind of slurred. And I was like,
it's like, yes, Aunt.
Yeah, like what? And she's like, do Jennifer's tits look bigger? And I'm like, and now I had just been upstairs with my cousin, and I knew that she had gotten one and that she was hiding it from everybody.
Right.
So I was like, like, what am I supposed to say to that? Like, well, yeah. But so, like, I mean, people, and like, that was the thing too, like, hiding it isn't wearing the most low-cut sweater that you can think of.
Is that what she was wearing? Oh, yeah, because you want to show off the...
Exactly, you want to show off the goods.
Sure.
But, like, if you're trying to hide it from your family, I maybe would wear a baggy sweatshirt on the holidays.
Right. So, I mean, what was your family's reaction? I mean, it was obvious. But
we never really talked about it, like, it like, as a thing. Like, it wasn't like, pass the gravy. Oh, and my God, what great tits you have.
Right.
It was more like a hushed thing.
Okay, talk,
Mm-hmm.
and
I mean, like, my best friend got a boob job, and, we talk about it all the time.
Yeah. But that was my question. It was like I noticed she looks great. She didn't need to do it, but she did it. She looks great. Doesn't it's great. I applaud her for doing it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's get clapping on that.
She looks amazing. Was it?
You're stuttering a little. I like that.
Well, no, she was
clearly you're like.
She was a confident, stunning woman. I'll show you a picture of her after.
Oh, sweet.
Confident, stunning woman, and maybe this made her even more so. But I was just kind of like...
She apparently sings now, too.
Yes.
In a church choir.
But I was just kind of like, do I say something? Or, I kind of wanted to give her like, hey...
What would you say?
I don't know. That's my question.
Like by the way, you look...
Nice.
Well, I mean, like, if I wanted to say something, I might start with like, hey, you look different, but I can't quite put my finger on it.
Play that dumb? That's really dumb. That's...
I mean, like, I just like that I can't quite put my fingers on it.
This is freaking. That's like Forrest Gump IQ right there.
Okay, so
what do I like? I wanted to compliment her. Is what I'm saying, but I didn't.
That sure looks like it fits you differently.
That's.
I don't know. I feel like maybe with you,
yes.
you could just get away with saying, so you're like, Gajungas look a little bigger.
What do you mean me? What does that mean? What's that supposed to mean?
You love women.
I do? What does it mean like I'm like
you like love women? You went to church on Easter Sunday and we're looking at the choir girls' movies.
I couldn't not notice.
I
swear to God.
It was church.
I swear to the good Lord Jesus Christ. I know that, but I'm just saying.
Church
what's
body
there
you had the body of Christ in your mouth.
Yes, okay. They were there. They were there, okay? Oh, I mean, I can't. I got nothing.
Yeah.
But it's like what
Okay, so let's throw it out to Twitter.
Okay.
You know somebody. Yeah. How do you talk about somebody's breasts?
I hadn't seen it in a while. They come back, and it's obviously got a job.
Obviously,
a job.
they went from being
Yes.
They went from being.
But they can't see the point. Chocolate chips.
I know.
You gotta.
Yeah, you have to see. This is why you're just gonna have to. I'm like roping you in right now.
Here.
You're gonna have
hold
to
up the sign. Hold up the sign.
You're gonna have to watch.
Hold them.
Oh wait, I know.
Go side to side. Why did you see both of them? Put them side by side.
Side by side.
Put them side by side.
Well, I thought we were gonna do like a before and after.
Well, it is a before and after. Okay, good. Okay.
So we go from sad and depressing little like chocolate chip titties to these huge watermelons. What do you say? Do you like comment on it or do you not?
And how, if you want, and if you want to, like I want, I'm not crude. I want to be like, I want to give her a genuine compliment. Like,
I mean,
what do I
if
say?
you're Ming, you slobber all over it. If you're if you're a normal human,
what I wanted to avoid.
That's
exactly what I
Were you
what
salivating?
I was not salivating. I just wanted to be like, you go Glen Coco.
You go Glen Coco. You go Glen Coco.
I'm just saying.
So Twitter, what do you do when you see big ass boobies?
Yes.
On a friend that used to have small tiny titties.
Right. Have you ever felt pressured to do something
to
like
do
this?
it?
Yeah.
When my best friend my best friend, he told me that if I ever got breast implants, because I used to joke around because I have like a very tiny chest, and I mean like I'm a runner, so they kind of disappear when I run. And I like said once to him, I was like, man, I'm gonna get breast implants so I could have some tits. And he told me, he's like, if you ever do that, I will never speak to you again.
Really?
Yeah, my best friend.
Oh.
A real stand-up guy. So good for Pete. He's awesome.
Yeah, Pete. Big ups, Pete, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
I'm an ass girl. I got it going on in my bottom side. So
really?
I could draw a picture.
She got a great ass.
Yeah.
I think of asses. Woman's ass. Something comes out of me.
All right. Okay. I applaud your confidence again.
Unless you're Brian Johnson, then nothing comes out of you.
No. Yeah. I mean, you need to get it out before something comes out. So
it's true. It's so true.
Like,
Can we do the whip just for like added posterity? Thank you. So yeah. No, I've never felt pressured to get a boob job.
Well,
all of my boyfriends have always just been happy with my breasts.
Yeah, be happy. It's proportional.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm perfect.
Well, I mean, duh, right?
It means like I don't know what to say about that.
All right, well,
I'll make it shit for this no matter what.
Right, then
I
I turn it to you this way. What's one thing? Have you ever had one thing you wanted to change about yourself? One physical feature.
One physical feature.
Yes.
Let me see. Wait, I like my toes.
Your toes?
Yeah,
okay.
I got really cute feet.
Okay, right.
I've always liked my ass.
Okay. Yeah, you work hard for it. You don't know no reason not to. So.
No, I actually like thinking about it.
Nothing? That's good.
I mean, God, that sounds vain, but I mean,
not at all. Not at all.
I mean, like we could say might be a masterpiece.
Yeah,
I'm just falling over. No, I
got freaking Monet right in front of me.
Right. It's not even that. It's just I don't know. Anything that like having huge breasts, like I'm a runner, that would be like inconvenient for running.
It would be a hindrance.
Yeah, exactly. If I had like, I don't even know, like, I mean, maybe longer legs. I have no idea. Just to be taller, I'm kind of average height.
Okay.
I always maybe wanted blue eyes. I would say that maybe.
Right. You get contacts.
Exactly. I used to have contacts. I used to work in an eye doctor's office, and I had blue contacts.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, and even that kind of got old. After a while, I just kind of learned that I liked my brown eyes better.
Right.
And by brown eyes, I'm not talking about brown eyes.
No, that's not a brown eye. Brown eye is like the asshole. You never heard that?
Both ways.
Oh, does it go both ways? Does it? Okay, all right. And where I come from,
where you
China.
come from? China?
In China, a brown eye means an asshole.
Yes.
The chocolate starfish.
I've never heard that. Can we like hashtag chocolate starfish from like now on?
Sure, if you want to.
Oh my God.
Absolutely. Yeah,
I want that included on every.
In my country,
we
call the ass a brown eye.
Every tweet better have hashtag chocolate starfish.
You never heard that? All right.
No, I've never heard that.
All right. Well, that's good. That's good that you're confident in yourself and
This is actually fun. I always wanted a British accent.
Oh well,
usually generally I'll just like talk with a really bad British accent.
Again, that's something you could learn. Madonna did it
exactly, but
badly,
not very well. But apparently, according to Canadians,
yes,
I already have an accent.
I saw that.
Yes,
I saw it on Twitter.
And it was funny too because
because
the girl Emily Glenn at Mousy Jane
at Mousy_Jane.
I think that's adorable. She said like my accent's a little rough to listen to.
This is the exact quote. On
yeah,
Twitter.
And she said, well, and then she said she's like, I guess she's a Tell 'em Steve Dave fan, and she's like, I mean no disrespect. It was very cute. Like she really went out of her way. Like it was adorable.
I don't mind listening to Sam and Ming's show, but the Zen Librarian's accent in quotes is a little tough for this Canadian to hear.
A little tough. Like okay, so we're sitting at this table. You and me, and I think your accent's a lot harder than my accent. I mean, like Ming's got like Asian accent still.
What the fuck?
So apparently I have an accent.
Fried rice.
Which
fried rice.
Fried rice.
It's fried rice.
Apparently, when I was a librarian, I got told that I said words differently. Like people would ask me where I was from, and I was like, Central Jersey.
Yeah.
And apparently, but they would never tell me what words I said awkwardly. So like I would kind of have to guess.
Right.
I would go back in the story I was reading and like, what did I say weird? But apparently I have like an accent. So I want to know what words I'm saying like weirdly.
I know Twitter does Sam Q have an accent?
Like what words do I say weird?
Yeah, I mean, like Brian Quinn from Impractical Jokers. Brian Quinn, who podcasts on Tom Steve, he's got a Staten Island accent.
He does.
Yeah.
Which I think is a lot harsher than my accent.
It's not cinema; it's cinema.
Yep.
It's not water.
I mean, and there are the people in like cinema. Boston who it's like cafe.
Yeah, cafe roof.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. So
and they just added like wicked in front of everything.
Yeah, wicked roof.
Yeah. Wicked rough.
Wicked smart.
Yeah. Exactly. So apparently I have an accent. I want to know what I'm saying weird.
Yeah, I want to know too. I never thought you had an accent.
I apparently have like a harsh accent.
Yeah. Now I joke around, but I was born in this country, as were you.
Yes, Cliff, you were.
Cliff Chen was born Euclid, Ohio. Everybody, proud of Euclid, Ohio.
Ohio.
Ming Chen, everybody.
Cheers to Ohio.
Cheers to Ohio. So yeah, so I guess your accent. You can change your accent.
Yes.
Yeah. Whatever this accent.
I mean, apparently I have
this accent.
Apparently I have this accent. So, but I mean, like strictly speaking, at the table, I thought like Ming's accent was worse than mine, but apparently like my accent's like
right.
So, but Emily Glenn, Mousy Jane, you're adorable.
Yes,
we love you.
We love you. Emily
if you're a female,
she is.
I know she is,
okay.
But people like tweet weirdly.
Yeah.
But if you're a female, Ming loves you a lot.
I do.
So yeah.
I do. Absolutely do.
But I love you too.
Brown, yellow, Puerto Rican, and Haitian. Name is Fight Dog from the Zulu Nation.
Yeah, that's a little Tribe Called Quest for you guys.
Thank you for that.
I like him brown, yellow, Puerto Rican, and Haitian.
Hashtag Ming loves women.
Ming loves women. Yeah.
So
what's the one thing I would change about myself? You're asking.
Oh yes, what is the one thing you would change about yourself?
Besides
having a bigger penis, which I think we've talked about your penis enough today.
Yes. Height, definitely height. 5'4". Lower than average height for the American male.
You wouldn't like change and just not be Asian?
No, not at all. I like being Asian has gotten me to everything I have right now.
Oh, yeah.
I can say that confidently, with the utmost confidence.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Everything good that has come in my life has come from being Asian.
Name one good thing that came from being Asian.
Well, I get to be the token on a TV show.
You do. You actually do. I mean, not a poor woman's Glenn. You're
I'm a rich man's Ming Chen. Apparently.
A rich woman's Ming Chen.
Yes, above average intelligence. I guess
it's true. You could probably play the violin like a fucking pro.
I did back in the day. Sure.
Awesome.
Yeah, musical.
I was gonna say I was just in Princeton this weekend, obviously getting this hard cider, this chocolate cider, and sitting at the little courtyard in front of the library.
Asian man playing.
No, there was like a little quartet of Asian people. People playing violins and cellos.
Were they in that little bandstand thingy?
No, they were just like on the street, and they were playing like all like the the terrible cliche songs that you play on a violin.
Yeah. Increased, Brian has talked about his lack of drive. I think my overabundance of drive.
So you're saying because
passion.
So you're saying because you're Asian, you have sex more.
Sure.
Oh,
sure. Oh
okay.
yeah. Hey man,
okay.
we got stuff like we got the horny goat weed. So
it's true.
Yeah.
And apparently you have rhino horn.
Yeah,
I
got big ass bottle powdered tiger penis at home. Oh, it works wonders.
And you wouldn't loan it to your friend?
I would. Hey, man,
but we're raising
$50,000. Yeah. Anyone who didn't tune in live, go to savebride.samandmingshow.com. We are
raising money for Brian's penis.
We have started a GoFundMe account to get Brian the best medical treatment that money can buy. He is suffering from erectile dysfunction. He cannot get it up. I feel bad for him. We need a cure.
we need to.
We need a cure.
Save Bri.
Save Bri.
Save Bri.
Save Bri.samandmingshow.com. But yeah, I would like to be taller. I just want.
I love the way you just segue from Brian's penis into. Oh yeah, by the way, I would love to be taller.
I love to be taller. I'm just asking for a few more inches. In many respects. I'm just asking for a couple inches. Like I'm 5'4" now. Like I would love to be like 5'10".
Okay.
5'10", 6 inches.
Okay.
In both directions. That would be awesome. That would be really awesome if a dude came up to me right now, I was like, hey, I
have to be off camera for
if say Lawrence Fishburne Jr. Lawrence Fishburne comes up to me, he's like,
who's Lawrence Fishburne Jr.?
Lawrence Fishburne. No, but he's like Lawrence Fishburne. Lawrence Fishburne comes up to me with sunglasses that have no stems or whatever. He's like, you can take blue pill, everything is normal. Take the red pill, you get 6 inches in both directions. I'm taking that red pill. I'm taking that red pill, and I'm done with it.
Okay.
You know what I hate is what I hate most of all is I have some friends some hottie friends, right? And they're like 5'11".
Like women?
Like women, yeah.
Like hashtag men loves women?
And even some dudes, but
some hot dudes.
Like the ladies. And
yes.
and it sucks I like taking photos and putting them on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I hate it when you take a photo and they have to freaking bend down to be at my level. I hate that.
So wait, you're saying you don't like it when the girls bend over?
I not for photos. Okay, for photos too, sure. But I'm just saying, it sucks. They have to kind of kneel down almost to be on. It sucks. And then like when you see them, and it's like, hey, how you doing? And like they you go in for a hug, like they got to freaking bend over.
Yes.
I hate that.
I agree.
It sucks. That's all I'm saying. And traditionally, women favor men taller than them. It's a fact of life. But it sucks. I'm just saying, give a shorty some love too.
Give a shorty some love.
That's what I'm saying. Couple,
that's a good picture.
Couple inches.
That's a good picture.
Couple inches.
So, I like that. I'm gonna retweet that.
So that's all I gotta say. Real quick, do you want to talk about these Christian Mingle profiles that me and Brian?
We can talk about Christian Mingle, or we can talk about hockey.
Let's talk about hockey. Let's go to hockey. Let's talk sports real quick.
Let's talk about Christian Mingle and the fact that apparently Bri and Ming have Christian Mingle profiles.
You're asking why? What the?
Apparently, Brian can't get it up, but he's looking for Christian girls.
Well,
so
he's trying.
So good luck finding a nice Christian girl.
Yes.
Which apparently, Ming,
yes,
you found one at church this Sunday.
I did. Catholic.
A
little different.
Well, yeah.
She did look like that.
She looks like that.
Big.
So let's talk about hockey quickly. Because
week one of the playoffs.
Hockey week one of the playoffs.
Come and gone.
Some of the things we were right about.
Yes. Let's talk about your team. Since my team ain't in the playoffs. They're freaking.
Oh,
they're playing
can you say that again?
New Jersey Devils did not make the 2004.
Oh, the New Jersey Devils did not make the playoffs.
Marty Brodeur is playing golf in a polo shirt right now.
It's true.
Daniel Zubris is playing for Lithuania in some kind of tournament.
What's funny, it's funny too because I remember when Parisi went to the Minnesota Wilds. Yes. There was this really cute internet thing of him playing golf, and it was postseason. Zach Parisi, blah blah blah. How funny is it that now he's in the playoffs and they're not?
I think that's why he went to the Wild partially.
Well, yeah.
But let's talk about Boston now.
Let's talk about Boston.
Started the playoffs. Was it Friday night?
Yes, Friday night. I watched the end of the game.
Played the Detroit Red Wings.
Yes.
Boston heavily favored.
Obviously. I mean, Boston's winning the Stanley Cup this year. We all know it.
They won the President's Trophy, so, and they've got a fantastic team from top to bottom. Fantastic. Red Wings, had a pretty good season, made the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly.
Heavily favored. So first game, well played game. Some may say boring. It wasn't a high scoring game.
No, it wasn't.
Plenty of defense. I can't remember. There weren't like a ton of shots, really.
No, there weren't. No.
Correctly.
It was kind of like, and it was kind of equal from when I was watching. It was one of those games that you're watching, but you're not like hanging off your seat actually, because it's not like so many close calls.
Yeah,
but
a lot of good defense. So it's sure.
Unfortunately, Boston lost their first game.
Late mid third period. Was it Pavel Datsyuk? Scored a goal on Tukarask, and that ended in Boston was down a game. And were you worried?
Yes,
you were
I
worried.
Actually was. I'm like man enough to admit that
after one game,
it worries me.
It's not like
one game, and I actually had this conversation with one of our listeners, Zach Keller, today, and he's a Chicago fan, and I'm laughing all the way to the bank on this one. And he said to me, I was reading a message that he sent me saying like, lost the first game, I'm not worried, blah, blah, blah. So I sent him one today. I was like, well, you're 2 games down. Are you worried yet? And he said, nope. If they had been at home, I might be worried. But they're going home and they're going to be fine. And I'm like, shit, like 2 games down and you're not worried. I have like 1-1 and I'm already sweating bullets thinking like this could be like Toronto last season, where it's going to be like some weird fucking like, where the hell did they come from? I'm a little worried. I always get worried. I just, it's in my nature to worry, but I think that we'll make it through round 1 okay.
All right, and then
knock on wood. I gotta find some fucking wood.
That's some pretty cheap wood right there, but okay.
Well, I was looking for Brian Johnson, but
yeah,
that won't work.
Yes. Game 2 was last night, and Boston played the usual game they've been playing all through the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
Come up 4-2, correct? 4-2, 4-1. I'm trying to remember
4-1.
the score. 4-1.
4-1.
4-1. Scoring from 4 different people, as a matter of fact. So they're pretty balanced.
I remember that one.
Yeah,
looking at things.
I can't remember which line who scored and from which lines, but it was very balanced.
Yeah,
balanced attack.
I was watching the game and I was watching it on an iPad, and then I like ended up catching the last like half of the third on TV. It was the Boston team that I wanted to see in game 1.
Right.
So I was glad that they came out for game 2 again. It kind of like eased my worry a little. If they had went down 2 games, I would be like really fucking sweating bullets.
Yes.
Right now I'm just like mildly. I didn't ever think that Boston was going to sweep anybody.
Oh no, you gotta,
Yeah, I'm kind of looking at St. Louis now, and I know I said Chicago. I said I wanted St. Louis to win because I hate Chicago so much. But I mean, it's there. Like, I could see it happening. Chicago is not the strongest team right now.
We're going to, strong St. Louis, Chicago.
And that's, I had this conversation this morning. Chicago is not playing at their best right now. They're not playing at their strongest right now. I mean, there's a lot that's missing on their team.
Yeah, it's not like they're getting blown out. They lost, Chicago lost both
that's the thing.
Games in overtime.
In overtime, triple overtime.
Yeah.
Well, the one was in triple overtime.
They're
holding their own, but at the same token, they're not the Chicago team that I think we're used to seeing in the playoffs.
I think this one goes 7.
I think this one might. I think looking at it now, I think this one might go 5, and it might not go in Chicago's favor.
Well, if it goes 5, there's no way it goes in Chicago's favor. So.
Obviously, I don't think it's going in Chicago's favor. Honestly, looking at them, and I mean, it's kind of like a hopeful dream for me because I don't want to face Chicago because I don't like them as a team. They always knock my team out of the playoffs. Right. So, and that's back from when I was a Vancouver fan. Right. So I would rather them get eliminated now than have to deal with them later.
Right. Now, one that I'm going to be wrong on, one that might go 4 straight is Sharks versus Kings.
I said the Kings in that.
So did I.
Because the Sharks are just so reliable for being a shitty playoff team.
Yeah, but it looks not this. I mean, I know it's been only 2 games.
Exactly, but I'm kind of actually a little worried that it's going to come down to like Boston versus San Jose, and I don't want to see that game. I don't want to see that 7-game series. If they're playing like they did the past two games,
that could be the finals. If they keep playing like this, it could be the finals.
Exactly. I mean, I do think that LA is playing kind of shitty. I think that LA was playing kind of shitty going into the playoffs.
Sure.
But like, still, this is not the LA we're used to seeing in the playoffs, and this is not the San Jose we're used to seeing in the playoffs.
No, but they're on fire right now.
Exactly. Can we after this? Can we talk about Vancouver in the playoffs? Oh, wait, they're not there.
They're not there.
But either is Mike Gillis.
They're not there. Now, this is one I'm watching very closely. This is out of all of these, this is probably the one I'm watching closely. Is Columbus Pittsburgh.
Really?
Yes, I do not want to see Pittsburgh advance.
No one does.
I want to see Jackets pull this one out. Even if they win this one, they lose the rest. I don't care. But if they knock out Pittsburgh, it's going to be huge.
I mean, Pittsburgh too. They've had their years when they're good, but it's either they're really good and they're going not all the way necessarily, but they're going to the finals, or they're really bad and they're getting swept by the Bruins, like last year. So I feel like watching Pittsburgh go out early this year wouldn't necessarily be a shock, but I think they're either going out early.
No, but against the Jackets?
Jackets ain't a bad team, though.
They're not.
I mean, like,
they're not.
Think about a few years ago. Like, I mean, think about a few years ago. Imagine us, like 4 years ago, talking about how, like, in 4 years, the St. Louis Blues were going to be a serious contender for the Stanley Cup. Like, in what world would that happen in? And here we are, like 4 years later.
They got a good front office, so I mean, they made some good moves. So Columbus is just kind of
really good moves.
Columbus just kind of inept, and not only that, they beat Pittsburgh, their first playoff victory ever.
It is.
Ever.
I know.
Ever.
I know.
So
that made me so happy.
They're the
freaking
Cinderella team.
It was funny too because a lot of Pittsburgh fans that I know were like tweeting things like, "Oh, well, it's gonna be an easy one. The Jackets have never won a playoff game," and I'm like, I don't think it's gonna be that easy.
That's
for
the freaking Penguins' attitude I hate.
Well, I mean, and this is coming, like I said, from last year when they were swept completely. Like, be a little more humble, guys, because your team, you might have Sid the Kid, and he might be one of the best hockey players right now.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you're infallible, and that doesn't mean that you're going to win the Stanley Cup.
I can't stand Crosby. I can't stand Fleury. I can't. What
Fleury's a mediocre at best goalie, in my opinion.
What's the coach's name? Bilesma, or what? Is that his name? Whatever his name is.
Not important enough to remember.
Right. I mean, he's no Tortorella, but I still can't stand him. Like,
oh, fuck Tortorella.
Yeah, exactly. What does he do? He's playing golf too.
He's playing golf too.
He's playing golf too,
knowing that he's partially responsible for Mike Gillis being out of a job.
Right. This is the one I am watching now that the Devils aren't in it. This is the series that I am watching. I would love to see Pittsburgh Columbus. Yes.
Pittsburgh Columbus.
Yeah,
I mean, you're rooting for the Boston Bruins.
Yes. For you, yes. For you, yes. But yeah, I do have some connection to Columbus. So
and what are your views on Rangers Philly?
I have no views since they can't both lose.
I know. You just kind of want to see the stadium implode.
But I do. I like to see them go 7, beat each other up.
I think that is going to go 7 games. Actually, I definitely think that's going all 7.
7?
Yeah, I think as much as God, I can't believe the words are coming out of my mouth, but I do want the Rangers to win this.
I'd like to see them win so they lose later
I
on.
think that Actually, I think the Phillies got enough talent to give them a run for their money, and I think Claude Giroux is enough to give the Rangers a run for their money.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Ideally, I would see. Next round would be Columbus Rangers. That would be cool.
And who would you root for?
I'm in that case.
You're
I'll root
for
the Blue Jackets for sure. Yeah.
Obviously, you're going for Columbus.
Yeah. And then Columbus wins, then they'll face the Bruins. So, but Tampa Bay not looking good. I think it's over. I'm gonna say it's over. Montreal's got 3-0 lead on them.
That was Michael Effin Morris. We mentioned you before we went live, but you're hysterical, and I kind of love your name.
Yes, Michael Effin Morris, not just Michael Morris. Michael Effin Morris.
And apparently, I look gorgeous. Obviously, I always look gorgeous. But apparently, Ming looks extra Asian today.
I do. Is there? There was that photo of me. Yes.
I mean,
Twitter.
Can we?
I retweeted it. So
here, do you want to frame yourself for a second?
Right, I will frame myself.
And then I want that back. I mean, there you go. You could right in the camera. I'm not taking a picture of that. I'm way too fucking lazy. So you just go right in that camera.
All right.
Obviously. in case you are just joining, Ming and I are on camera these days.
Yes, we have GoPros going. This will be posted on YouTube. You can watch us.
You can watch us.
Yeah, you know what this whole thing was inspired by? I don't know if you're too young for this, but Howard Stern used to have a show on the E! Channel.
I know Howard Stern.
You remember this?
Yes,
okay.
I remember Howard Stern, except I'm not getting naked. And I'm not doing weird things here for everybody to watch.
No, nor did I ask you to.
Don't even.
And nor did I ever ask you to, and nor did I entertain the idea. What Howard Stern did is he would have other chicks come in and get naked, which, I would need another camera for that, which I'm planning on getting.
Obviously.
But, yeah, do you think you'll ever come to that?
I don't know.
We'll get porn stars in here? Like Jenna Jameson?
I don't think we'll get Jenna Jameson.
No, but
I feel like we can go down to the Cabaret Go-Go down the road and maybe rope some of them into it.
How could you? Oh, I couldn't do it, but you could.
I don't know. I don't know if strippers are all particular where they're going to be like, oh, I have standards.
Like what? Kind
I could take my money, my clothes off for money, but I'm not going to do it on camera.
What kind of lines could we feed them? It's like, hey, you ever seen Howard Stern? Well, this is kind of like that.
We'll offer them to Brian Johnson.
Yeah, well, this is kind of like Howard Stern, but you're going to be doing it in the back of a comic book store. And it's not really a studio.
I was just saying, they make really skimpy kind of Marvel bikinis and shit like that now with
you think we could do
Iron
that?
Man's face on your tits and
the
Hulk on your crotch.
All right. Well, I couldn't ask him, but you probably. I bet you could.
Awesome!
Do it.
Yeah, no, totally. I only, I definitely will add that to my list of things I'm willing to do.
The ladies at the cabaret, which there's a go-go bar down the street, right?
Which I noticed. I was driving by the other day. They're hiring bartenders and dancers, so I'm like, man, I should apply for one of those jobs.
Bartender, yes. The dancer's probably not as glamorous as you think it is. Although it's a go-go bar, so you don't have to take anything off.
I don't think it's glamorous.
You don't have to take anything off.
I'm totally not applying for a job.
Go-go means like bikini bar. You got to be covered, sort of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's draw what I would look like.
We actually have some history at the cabaret. We're giving a freaking plug. We should get free admission or free cover or something. It's a place down the street called the Cabaret. It's a go-go bar, which in Jersey, if you serve alcohol, the women can't get naked, so they got to wear skimpy bikini tops, and they usually wear a thong. And they dance around, and it kind of looks like that. We actually have
both clothes on, and your nipples aren't floating.
We actually have a history with that place. Our friend Brian Lynch shot a movie there called Big Helium Dog, and he needed a Asian patron.
And you were.
He called me.
Wait, weren't you also an Asian patron in another strip club?
Yes, I was. I got typecast.
Yeah.
Get typecast.
Yeah, you did.
You believe
did.
that?
What was that movie?
It's called Dogma.
Oh yeah, Dogma. I remember that. Don't you have a framed picture of yourself in your room or something?
In my office. Sure.
Yes,
sure.
you do.
Big moment in my life.
Big moment.
Big moment.
Apparently, we have a request for cosplay sluts that we could.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, there's that show on TV. What's that show?
King of Cosplay or whatever?
Queen of Cosplay,
yes.
I mean, I feel like we could probably rope that in really easily, and we can have some cosplay sluts dance for you.
Anybody volunteers? Come
Hashtag
in.
Ming loves women.
You can come and cosplay here.
Hashtag everybody loves cosplay sluts.
Yeah, so I've been there, not as a patron, but as a movie extra.
Yes.
Now, Brian, he's stated this publicly on a podcast. I believe that was a bar he went to. He picked up some chick. He was living at a hotel down the street, by the way. And he had her come up to his room and do heroin in front of her.
Why
wanted to watch her.
Why are we bringing this up?
He brought it up. He said
okay. I feel like this is going to come back and bite me in my ass.
No,
we've been talking about his penis the entire podcast.
Maybe he's trying to get it up. I don't know. He stated this on Tell Him Steve Daves. It's public. It's not like this is some kind of secret.
Okay.
This is a weird moment in his life.
Okay.
Yeah, and yes. And we're like, dude, what's wrong with you?
I feel like I thought you were gonna go somewhere different, like that he was talking about strip clubs he's been at. I was gonna say
he picked up some girl and
sometimes they do have great lunch specials, and everybody loves.
How can you wait?
Everybody loves legs and eggs.
Hold on. Do they serve food there?
Some places.
See, here's the thing I could never get.
Some places.
I can't eat. I can't eat and do and watch at the same time. Can you imagine?
I don't know. You can't just take a big juicy burger,
T-bones,
and
right?
Yeah, and like just feast your mouth into it with juices dripping down your mouth,
Right? Or like a big bowl like spaghetti and meatballs, like pasta.
Who gets pasta at a strip club?
I don't know. I'm sure they offer it, and I couldn't do it.
Legs and eggs.
Legs and eggs. No, I need to concentrate. Like I'll drink.
Legs.
I'll drink, or if you go in Jersey, if you go to an all nude bar, which is what I prefer, because
because Mig loves women.
Well, wait, hold on. If you're gonna go, why not? Why bother going to anything else? Correct? Am I right?
It's true. I mean, shit. God, you can even watch Comic Book Men and see you half naked these days.
Yeah, if I'm going to do it, I want all nude.
All nude.
And so they don't serve alcohol, so you got to drink water. Like it's $4 bottle of water they give you. So why are you laughing at me? This is the fact. What? Hold on.
We're going to have a Sam and Ming show outing to a strip club.
Oh, God, that would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Why am I even bringing this up?
That would be awesome.
This is what happens when you mix like Sam Adams,
right? And Neon Gypsy,
and
Duclaw Neon
Gypsy,
and yes,
and cameras,
and yes, and frames. Yes, that would be awesome. Have you ever been to one?
A strip club?
Yeah.
No.
Really?
I'm not generally opposed to it. It's just I've never been to one.
Really?
No, I would totally go to a strip club. I mean, shit, you give me like a leggy looking blonde, and I'm like all in for.
We don't have. We could even ease you into this. We'll go to the go-go place.
Oh, sweet. I can apply for a job while I'm there.
You don't need to apply for a job. Just go and like this is like here's the thing. Most guys go and they want to get lap dances and they want to see tits and whatever. Like maybe they get something extra. I don't know.
Okay.
I go and of course, I want to see all that. But from like honestly, I go there and I'm drinking water or beer, or whatever. Like it's really relaxing. It's just like you just chill and you're in there.
Ming, you are gonna hear so much shit for this podcast. I don't care.
And I haven't been in, and honestly, I haven't been in like ever since I got married. I have not gone. So,
okay.
Like 12 years, I have not gone.
Okay.
And
I've never been to one.
And
I would love to go though.
And like I really like I'm sitting back like usually I've never gone I don't go alone. I'm not one of those. I'm not a creep. But
so you go with like
I go with friends.
Okay.
So I've gone with a friend
okay.
and we just kind of sit back. You're drinking, you're talking. There's a show in front of you. It's really relaxing. You don't care about you're in this little weird world with like blacklight and whatever.
Okay.
And different chicks dancing in front of you.
Some great tunes going.
Yeah, and great tunes. Now all by they're short.
like $3 like a little dubstep going.
Yeah, little 3 minutes. 3 3-minute lap dances and the outside world does not exist.
Oh, obviously.
There's not care in the world while you're in there.
It's just probably depressing looking girls.
Sure.
I'll even put a little top on this.
Oh, wait, I lied. I did go in 2009. Went to this joint in Brantford, Ontario. It was really depressing.
I like the way you like stated that, and like in case somebody like came out on Twitter and were like, Ming, you're a fucking liar. Like you've been married and been to a strip club.
No, up there they're not called strippers. They're called the Rippers. Up in Canada, it's like a slang. It was like one of we played street hockey up there, and one of the dudes on one of the other teams, his wife's friend like managed the place or something. So we all got in for free. We got free beers, and it was a weird experience though.
Okay, well,
so I'm just telling the truth.
Okay,
I'm just telling the truth. It's not like did I get titillated? No, not really. But it was just it was fun though.
Okay, I feel like we're ending on a high note today.
This is a high note.
With some tits.
Yes, absolutely. And did you want to talk about Manchester City real quick?
We can talk about Manchester
just real
City.
quick, for our soccer fans out there.
I'm going to be in a really bad friggin' mood one of these days.
Not necessarily. It's
my team has to win 5 games in a row. We won the first one today, and Liverpool has to lose one, which is obvious they're going to.
No.
So you across from it, are banned from watching a game.
What does it matter now?
Thinking about a game.
No, wait. Say they win
friggin' albatross across my neck.
Say they win 5 in a row. What do they get?
A trophy.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's for the league. So right now they're in 3rd. Liverpool is in 1st. They would have to, and Chelsea's in 2nd, which they don't stand a fucking chance.
Yeah.
Liverpool has to lose a game.
Okay.
City has to win all 5. Which they won the first.
So it's not
no, it's not impossible. They're playing.
Mathematically, it works.
They're not playing the best of teams.
Okay.
Mathematically, we could do it.
Okay.
It'll come down to the last game.
Okay.
It'll come down to goals scored if that's the case, unless Liverpool really fucks up and loses 2 games.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a no chance to do this.
Sure.
So don't think about Manchester City. You don't think about them.
Okay, I'm not. I'm not gonna think about it. I'm not gonna breathe a word. I'm not gonna look at them.
Don't watch a game if it's on TV. Don't tune it in like, I'm gonna just tune this in and really
I will
screw
not.
the game up.
I will not.
I
will not.
So there's a good chance one of these days I'm gonna be in a really bad mood.
Okay. All right, or in a good mood.
And you'll know.
I'm pulling for it.
You'll
But
know.
I'm not thinking about it. So
Yeah. You'll know why.
Yeah.
So, but that is it. We'll save Walking Dead. We'll save
Yeah.
Walking Dead
I
versus
do
Game
want
of
to
Thrones.
say, start watching Game of Thrones. I'm halfway through episode 1.
Okay, halfway through episode 1.
I
thought you were gonna say halfway through the first season.
No, I know.
Halfway through the first episode.
I got busy spending time with my family during Easter.
Oh,
Got halfway through the first episode, and I'm digging what I love so far.
Yeah, Sean Bean.
Sean Bean, yes.
Sean Bean, little Sean Bean action.
Sean Bean, little Peter Dinklage, doing 5 women at a
Yeah,
time. I love
yeah,
it. Love it.
yeah.
Yeah. The kid.
He's your idol.
He's my idol.
Yeah.
Okay. The
a short little man having sex.
What
with
they call
women.
it? The White Walkers.
The White Walkers.
The Wall.
The Wall.
I'm loving the whole mythology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went to a Renaissance festival, as you saw in Comic Book
Obviously.
Band.
So you kind of like that.
I'm looking like it's beautifully shot. It looks awesome.
It's
I'm
good,
like,
yeah.
where the fuck did they shoot this?
Did you the blonde chick?
Yes.
Did you see her naked yet?
I don't believe I have.
Spoiler alert, she's naked.
Okay, boobs.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, nice. All right.
Pretty much everybody, if you're getting naked, it's boobs and crotch.
You see really?
Yeah, you see a lot.
You see the the pink? You see that?
I can't. So enjoy.
Wow, HBO, man, be progressive.
Enjoy the rest of the first season.
I will.
So
I will.
So we're gonna save Walking Dead versus Game of Thrones.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff we didn't get to. So tune in next week.
Well, we talked about Brian's penis for a really long time.
We did. Oh, yes. If you missed it, go to savebry.samandmingshow.com. Contribute, dig deep. We need
$5,000 will get you so much.
There are
and
rewards.
We'll get Brian so much.
There are rewards. $100 voice film from Mike Zapsik. $200 phone call from Mike Zapsik. Was it $500 shout out on the Sam and Ming Show? $1,000. What the hell is $1,000?
I have
reward?
no idea. You were gonna go on Tom Steve Dave.
No, $1,000. You get to come on I Sell Comics, Stitcher Award nominated podcast I Sell Comics. $5,000. You will get your own personal copy of Tom Steve Dave number 197.
Yes,
194.
The missing ones.
Yes. So save Bry.
Save
samandmingshow.com.
Save Bry.
Listen, learn, contribute.
Learn, love. Listen, learn, and love.
Yeah. Also, if you maybe you don't want to support that, then support the 2 charities I'm running for: mingchen.com/Pittsburgh, mingchen.com/NJ.
Yes. Support Ming. # Ming loves women. Yes. # what was the one that I said we were gonna do all the time?
I can't even remember.
It was something really weird.
Yeah, it was. I can't remember. We'll remember.
Yeah.
Because I'll listen back.
Yeah. Well, you'll listen back to it. I never listen to myself.
Yeah. Well, you should.
So.
And yeah. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And
thank you. I got some chipotle waiting for me.
All right. You eat your chipotle.
I'm gonna eat my chipotle.
And yes, a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Thank you for listening.
We have cameras now. My clothes are still on.
Yeah. Thank you for watching As Are Mine. I'll do a shirtless one time.
Oh God.
When ratings start to drop.
I'll do it shirtless in that case.
Yeah, right now,
shit.
Right now they're on the way up though. Yeah. Thank you. Seriously, thank you everybody for listening.
Thank you.
And
this is my happy face.
Yes, and we'll talk to you next week every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern,
or whatever time we decide that we're gonna pod.
Whenever they throw us in.
Yeah.
So all right.
Yeah, whenever they throw us in, whenever we decide to do it,
Yeah. So all right. Thank you everybody. We'll
thank
talk to you soon. And we're out.